Yes, I did, but we gave him to Chandler.
Gave him to Chandler,
That's what it was.
So
Would you like to roll with it?
well, we'll see. I don't want to put. I seem to have a curse on me.
Don't
You
let me
might
forget,
not want
we
me to
need to
touch your
order-
dice.
That's fair.
Don't get them too close.
We need to order a bunch of those.
Yeah.
They're good.
Do for you to make sure that this dice curse goes away.
I don't know. I don't
Hello,
know.
Amanda.
Was it like this with Cade? I don't
No,
remember it
Cade
being like
rolled
this.
Cade
great.
rolled really well.
Oh, Cade was
Duke
master
will get
roller.
there. Duke is just...
He's just a kid.
He's a late bloomer.
You know?
Everybody hearing us
puberty
okay?
yet.
He is the oldest amongst
My
us,
dice
right?
need to mature.
Or are you the
Yeah,
oldest?
that's-
Yeah. 13, 12, 11, 11.
And I'm still older than you.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we get
We know.
it.
We get it.
Obey your superiors.
John, do you have a calendar for this world?
Yes.
I would love to look at it at some point.
Yes. We should probably actually calendar.
I want to decide what my
Are
birthday
there
is.
zodiacs?
Good.
What zodiac am I?
There's zodiacs, of course.
Yeah, and there's weather. I've got questions. Amanda, by the way, I realized I never got back to you on the weather
is the
where we're
year of
at,
the
so I'll
tiger.
get you the climate information so you have that. I'm sure I know why you want that.
Fairly temperate, I think,
It's
right?
I
for.
wonder why she wants that.
It is for the. I'm sure the
herbalism
herbs
shop?
and each shoots
What
and
grows in the
leaves.
area type thing.
That makes
I love
a
the
lot of
reference
sense.
to each shoots and leaves.
Thank you. You're welcome.
very good.
You're welcome. All right. Hello, Keith. Good to see you. Here we go. Let's
Just
kick
a
it off
kid's
live
grammar
in
book,
video.
but
3,
Also
2,
a great name for a
and
place that sells
1.
those things. 7 dragons.
All right, welcome everyone. Whoa, where did that camera go? Hang on one second. we got
I'm not here.
We got a camera that way.
Oh, they
Hold
didn't
on.
even see my
Heard
head.
but not
go.
seen.
Let's go back
No,
to this for 1
they did
second.
not.
Let me figure out where that camera decided to run off to.
I'm poised and ready for
As you
whatever.
should be.
I'm batting my eyes.
We're here.
No, you're not.
Yes.
Are we not enough?
You are plenty enough.
I'm important.
I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful.
Sometimes
Don't
you gotta
think
tell
that's the
yourself.
quote.
You just gotta tell yourself that
That's
sometimes.
from What About Bob? Great film.
Oh, yeah?
Check it out.
I've
it's
seen this guy do that before. I think he
It is
just
fun
needs one of
filming
these.
though. We love that.
The old unplug, replug.
Yeah, I don't know why he
Blow
needs
it
that
out.
every once in a while. He's the only one.
He's needy.
Going through some
Yeah,
stuff.
he
you know?
is. He's going through it.
We've all been there.
We all have that stuff sometimes.
Absolutely.
Goodness.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
How come it feel? When was the last time we were here? What day was that?
Like 5 weeks ago.
was
Yeah, it has been.
The 18th.
It has been
wow.
a minute.
December
Was the
8th.
last
It feels both like a very long time and also
And not that
no
very
time
long,
has
yeah.
Passed at all.
Thank you for reminding me to write the date down in my top right corner. If school has taught me anything,
Keep
it's that
track of the dates?
You write the date of the top right corner.
Yep.
Sometimes your name goes in the top left corner. Depends on what year
You
you're
just gotta
in.
throw the name out wherever.
Just throw it out there.
if you want to.
Can you tell I'm nervous? Is it clear that I'm?
Why?
Nerves.
We ended on a normal.
Which means that terrible things are coming, and I know this as a person.
We gotta go back through the
You know what?
sewer.
No, I'm gonna put into the world.
You're right.
Great things are coming.
We should bring
We're
some
gonna
meat with
have a
us
great
so that we can
time.
just throw it to
It's
some
gonna
rats.
be fine. All our characters are gonna
More
get
rat meat
tons
for the
of
rats.
money.
The more you talk, the
tons of
worse it
fame.
gets.
Oh gosh.
Hang on. 1 second.
That's very smart, Manda.
That is
All
very
good.
smart.
I don't know what happened.
Is the title of
That's
today
weird,
In
but-
Plain Sight?
All
Yes,
right, I
and
think
I'm
we have
worried
it.
about it.
Let's
But
try
it's
that
not
one more time. Here we
sight.
go in
Oh, it is.
3,
Is it both?
2, and thank you. Yes, thank you to all of you. Let me try that again. 3, 2,
Push
3,
the different planes.
2, 3, 2, and 1.
I guess this is yours.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
and there we have the gifting of Finley.
I saw him in the corner and I was like, I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let it be a surprise.
I'm gonna cry. No, I can't. Over a mouse. I'm
It's not a mouse. Finley's a rat.
my rat. He's my
He's a
best
big rat
bud.
boy.
He's my best bud. and
my
he's so
goodness.
handsome. Thank you so much, Amanda.
I love the ribbon around him.
He's so
great.
cute.
Isn't he?
Some
I'm
young
worried he's
man.
gonna get choked.
You just gotta put a
I'm
pin in
keeping
him and
this
always
forever.
have him on your shoulder.
All right. So welcome everyone to Blue Box, and you've missed your Tears of Aihrde crew. It has been 5 weeks,
We missed you too.
and we have all missed you guys, but we're looking forward to a fun game today, and Happy New Year to all of the players. We have some announcements on scheduling and whatnot. If you've watched our previous conversations, you'd see what some of that is going to be, and I think that's going to work out very well for us. The players have also had some really fun chat in the Discord happening in the shop run by Amanda, Mystical Unicorn, known affectionately as Eats, Shoots, and Leaves. And those of you who are fond of the English language, will know
Grammar fans?
Yeah, grammar fans.
Any big grammar
both of you out there. You'll enjoy that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our announcements and what happened last time in a moment. But I want to ask a couple of questions. So first of all, audio-wise, it sounds like everything looks good. Also, we've made some. Hold on here. I can
Hear you
see
someone else's
already.
mic.
Back.
Let me tweak this camera view because we have some Rachel bleed into. She's coming into one camera she should not be on.
We've already got a raid.
Oh, let's go. Thank you
Ray.
very much, Lee, for the raid. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And let's pull this guy over just a bit.
Get me out of there.
And that up. There we go. All right, that looks a little bit better. Hang on here.
Is your sound coming through correctly? Someone made it seem like it wasn't.
It said that there was some feedback.
Or they said they could hear you through someone else's mic.
That would be very. So, does anyone else have any issues with sound? Any feedback coming through your mic should not be happening.
Tell us how you feel.
Well, Dark Elf,
What
you're
are
not
your
going to get any
emotions
CNC today.
I'm sorry. Yes, what, Robert? Yes. Oh, it's gone now. He said, there is feedback. You're hearing feedback. Sounds good. Oh, you guys are killing me. Here, let me just double check any of the usual suspects for any audio issues.
Okay. Amanda said it's when you talk, John.
It's when I talk.
Oh, hey, Garrett's here.
Well, I think me talking is kind of important.
Yes.
Let's see
what
here.
Chandler said.
My wife would disagree, but
Said I missed when we had a massive person sitting next to a small person, so you had to clip part of them off. Because Chandler usually sat there next to Jenny, and the height difference was rather stark.
hello, Dark Elf. 1,
This is why
2,
short
just
people are
checking,
superior. We don't have these types of issues.
We
we
did.
can fit into one small
Yes.
frame.
Normal-heighted people.
We did make
Perfectly
normal audio
sized.
changes.
Exactly. you're right.
Perfectly
I
sized.
cannot get over
Average.
this Finley. I know that he's right
Reverb
here,
might have
and it
been a better
comforts me every
description.
time.
He's very good.
He's so cute.
I
and
don't
just
have a
want to
window.
look
Does
at him.
anybody else in the room have a window up with the stream?
Yes.
I mean, we all do, but no
Everyone
sound.
make sure
None
your
of us
volumes
have-
are all down.
All down.
Let me just double check that all everywhere.
Yes, you are, Chandler.
Yes.
What's that?
Chandler's talking, he's trying to show off how tall he is in the chat. And
Okay.
we're mocking him.
All right. You don't have. All right, we're going to keep going. If we'll check on that again in a minute, maybe it'll resolve itself. Also, we have a brand new camera up. So on the stream, let us know if the camera that's facing me looks crisp and clear. You're hearing it with Thomas too.
Real crispy to me.
Interesting.
Perfectly sized. I'm
Picture.
Grantler. Yes. It got
He just
worse.
said that the picture, it looks crisp.
Oh, Chris.
Far worse.
Okay.
What's
Far worse.
I thought somebody said he looks
Let me
crisp.
see.
I
was like, I hope not.
Let's see if I can hear it.
no, the camera.
Okay, let me check and see. All right. I
Mean to
think
Finley.
I know what it was.
If you mean to Finley ever.
I think it was my new camera. I think my new camera was
Had the mic
speaking.
going?
Yeah, the
Ooh,
mic
that
was
light is
on with that.
bright.
How does that sound now?
That could be.
Oh, that one.
That.
How does that sound now?
I did
Did
just
that take
look
care
right
of
at
it?
I don't hear
directly
anything,
at
yeah.
it. My eyes
Yeah.
did hurt.
Yes. I'm seeing spots.
Echo gone. Okay, it was my brand new camera.
It was monitoring audio.
It was monitoring audio, which it shouldn't have been. So that is fixed permanently now. Thank you for your patience with that. All right, so let's get started with what happened last time.
Am I doing it?
Yes, you are.
In
You
this
al-
new
you're always
year.
doing it.
Well, all right. I've heard a couple of
In this
complaints
you
about
long-winded?
my long-winded.
Could
What
it
happened
be?
last time? So it's gonna be brief, you guys. So what happened last time is we robbed a place. We did it good. We ran away. We split up. Things got crazy out there.
Crazy.
Crazy. Things got crazy out there. All of us were alone, but we somehow made all our way back, except for, well, Duke, who did technically beat all of us there, but he was held hostage until we all made it
Emphasis on
back.
beat.
And not looking very well.
Deke, the jerk,
The jerk.
The jerk.
That's his
held
title.
Duke up
So
for
harsh on
ransom for Dahlia to get some payback for the money that we stole.
Yeah.
And really,
stabbed.
from him not allowing to steal from Dahlia.
For his fragile ego.
And so
For
Click tried to reason with him, didn't work. Dahlia decided, well, I'll give him what he wants. If he needs this, then why not? And boom, flash of light. Aegon's there. What? Wizard? Things are weird.
There's
he
no
wipes
proof it was him.
It was.
It was. We all know it.
Explicitly stated it was. He knocked them out, wiped their memories, and told us kindness always repays kindness, and then left. And we
Did leave. He didn't disappear.
stole the money off of them, and at least off of Deke, repaid the people who were with him, and took the amulet back, and brought them somewhere else so that they didn't remember exactly what happened. We went to sleep, woke up. Click had like a fun moment. Everyone had a little fun moment overnight.
Yep.
And we read the letter from Von Poppen. Dahlia in the morning went to eat shoots and leaves, and everyone else decided we need to hold down till Dahlia gets back, and then we're gonna go see the Beggar King, and that's where we left off last time.
Duke is suffering.
Yes.
Well, when
That
is he
was the
not?
only addition.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Well done. Perfectly timed.
I
Absolutely.
milk my wounds.
The right amount
Yeah.
of summary.
Somebody
Thank
had
you
to.
very much, Pat Draws. We appreciate that, my friend.
I like that the main thing we were there for last session, I glossed over with, we robbed a place.
Yeah.
Yes. We robbed the
left
place.
it.
Oh well. That was that.
Don't worry about it.
All right, Cameron, why don't you give us a quick synopsis of the chat that happened in
Sure.
Discord?
I'd love to. So basically, Dahlia snuck out early in the morning, wanted to go get some creature comforts for her new friends with a little bit of extra coin that she has. So she headed on over to Eat Shoots and Leaves, met a green-haired half-elf named Fauna. Very kind, sort of gentle woman. They had a great conversation, talked about herbs and whatnot. Dahlia sent out some moods that she wanted to portray for her friends, a feeling of home, something to help with bruising, and yeah, just something to make people feel a little more comfortable. She got some lavender, she got all kinds of good stuff, and now she's heading back on this way
my.
and made a friend.
Nice.
I
Very
would
nice.
say.
And there was a cute hug.
Yeah, there's a nice hug.
There was a
Go
hug.
read it in the Discord. Are you not on the Discord?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Discord.
Yeah, check out the Discord. It's all in there. Okay, and then let's quickly do character introductions, and we'll jump right into our gaming. Trying to get in a little bit sooner. We'll do announcements at the break. And let's start. Let's see. We're going to start off today
Roll
with
the dice.
you.
Knock, knock, bleaters. It's Click
knock.
here. I am the youngest of the group, most confident and best of the group, you know, as always. Successfully robbed a place. Maybe my 60th time doing it thus far. It's all right.
60th?
I'm
Wow.
pretty experienced.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
Sort of caramel, dark-skinned elf with long ears and black hair that's part purple, which is starting to get a little gross and not as purple as it used to be. He wears a silken scarf around his neck, which he usually keeps up over his face, and yeah, that's Click.
Nicely done.
Looks about as poor as anyone could possibly look.
You're up.
Mila is a little girl from outside of Altamira that found her way here. She is big book lover, big people lover, big animal lover, and in fact, she has her little buddy.
Huzzah.
Finley.
Look at Finley.
Look at his
Thank you so much for those of you that weren't on earlier.
curly tail.
That is currently
Very curly.
courtesy of Manda,
go,
Mystical
Manda.
Unicorn. Thank you so much, Manda. Anything else?
She is very small, looks a little malnourished, dark skin, big black curly hair, big old doe eyes, missing a tooth. She just wants to help. She just wants to help her people and her friends, and love Finley.
Nicely done, and cool hat.
Thank you. It was made by
okay.
Amanda. You guys should get one.
Very blue.
Okay, you're up next.
Hi.
Love the tag.
I am playing Dahlia, just a young entrepreneur out here selling potions in the free city of Altamira to the general populace. Potions of varying qualities and with no certain guarantees. Potions made by her lovely mother.
Mother.
I don't know what that means. I couldn't possibly guess what that could mean.
Mommy dearest.
Yeah, wonderful, great parent, very responsible. Who knows what she's doing? But yeah, it's just here for 24 days now.
Yes.
24
that's
days.
right. 24 days remaining.
Until she can head back home and be back there. But in the meantime, she's met this motley crew, got red hair, ton of freckles, maybe more violent sometimes than she needs to be, but it's worked out so far.
I don't know what to tell you.
I think it's fine. Doesn't seem like a problem. If you ask me.
Nicely done. And let's go to you, Duke.
Duke is an 11-year-old little boy born with a silver spoon in his mouth, carries a silver cup in his pocket.
Oh.
Trying just to keep up with the best of the best under the streets.
Under the
And
streets.
doing and not and
Everything's
not
better
doing,
down where it sucks.
under the streets.
Take it from me.
Not doing a very good job of it. Keeps ending up with bruises in all sorts of places. That's it. And trying to keep undercover and well hidden.
Just munching on my style.
Okay.
Bruises.
Yes.
That's so yesterday.
All right.
You're a style center.
What can I say?
As we begin. It is that same morning you've woken up. Click, after spending the night out in the alley, you've come down. You found Duke and Mila preparing for the morning. Dahlia had left, and so we're going to resume as Dahlia comes back down the stairs, assuming that you were coming back to the, I don't want to,
Yeah.
okay. So there's probably been an hour or so that's passed. You guys could have had any sort of casual conversation that would have occurred. And as we resume, the sounds of the marketplace outside are beginning to come alive. The sun comes through the grate, giving some dim illumination inside your hideout, and you can smell both the fresh baked breads and the not so fresh scents of the low quarter of the free city of Altamira. Here in early spring, there is a chill breeze that kind of wafts through, and it does get a bit cold inside the cellar at night. And you see Dahlia come walking down, the crunch of her boots on the stone stairway leading into your cellar.
I've got just like a bundle of like different kinds of herbs, and I think I just bring them over to the table and I put them down.
Mila was reading up until this point, but as soon as you come down, she's smacked it closed and jumped up and says, Dahlia!
Hi.
What, that's so much!
I made a new friend. It's
really?
the day's barely started and I already made a friend.
What a lovely start to your morning.
I know.
I look
Sorry
at
I
Click
left
and I
so
go,
early. Hey. Don't be mean. That's a real friend. I didn't steal it. I promise.
No, it's a joke. It's all right. What in the world?
So I thought you have a lot of bruises, and I know that sometimes medicine can help with bruises. And I went and I met this lady named Miss Fauna, and she has a store and she sells a lot of stuff. And maybe it's different than the kind of stuff that my mom makes. And it seems like it actually might. Oh, what do you mean?
I've seen it do the weird stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
A man's,
It does that.
a man's butt got very hairy, if I remember.
It's eyebrows.
I think that was a both ends thing, if I remember.
Yeah. I just really don't want hair growing out my butt.
I don't think anyone does. But hopefully that should. I think.
When you're 5 minutes in and your stream has gone the wrong direction already.
Yeah, this is what it's actually like to hang out with like 12.
Jenny and I have been here long enough.
This is, remember, they're all 11 and 12 years old. They are role playing perfectly.
Yeah. Honestly, reasonable. Nobody wants that.
You're sure it's not going to grow any butt hairs?
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, that's not what Miss Fauna told me, but if you want, I can go ask her.
No, it's
I
fine.
mean, this isn't a potion either. These are just ingredients.
This one smells nice. I hit you in the face with some lavender. This one smells really nice.
She immediately grabs it and smells it.
I'm gonna make that into a tea, and then maybe I'll tie some up in the, over the table, and it'll make the whole place smell nice, so it doesn't smell like sewer all
Is
the
this
time.
fancy stuff that you're used to?
Well, they would put it in my drawers, lavender.
Aw,
I know.
Do you think she has more?
yeah,
It's very
she had a
potent.
lot in there. We could go in anytime. She's really nice.
I would like some.
I think you'd like her.
I think I
Like,
trust
when
lavender.
you put it between, backs away from us.
I had to
It's
hit
very
you in
strong.
the face again intentionally. But yeah, I have this bit of dried flowers with white petals that I'll kind of start working with, and I kind of work into like making it into a poultice.
Mila is like hovering
Which, like,
you and just watching.
I don't think I necessarily know what I'm doing, but I'm trying.
You've
my
never heard the
best.
word poultice before in your life.
Well, and I think Amanda sent me some things of like what does that mean?
Right, yeah.
And so I assume there was like loose conversation. So I think I'm just kind of like, they're like just mushing it.
Yeah. You
I
have a
grab
vague
little bit
idea of what to
water on my
do.
way over, and I think I walk over to Duke and I just say, where do the bruises really hurt right now?
I've also got some.
All over.
What's your wisdom bonus?
My
never
wisdom bonus.
Thank you very much.
Massive bruise still on
First
my
of all,
forehead.
thank you to Robert. We got 3 more for
she wrote
Duke,
out instructions.
2 for Mila.
In the chat.
Yeah, she really did.
And so that gives
Yeah, she's
Duke
reading.
now 4. Mila has 5. Dahlia has 5. Click has 5. DM has 5. Thank you, Art of Mike Disney. We appreciate the bits, my friend. Thank you to our new follower. We have your boy Heavy T as our new follower. And so thank you so much for that.
Thank you for the 69.
And gave us a 69 here.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you're not. By the way, you're not any relation to the overweight lover Heavy D, are you? So if you are, we are so glad to have a celebrity among our chat today. So thank you so much.
My wisdom is actually right below my strength. It's a 15 originally, but 6 modified.
Okay, all right. So tell us again how she told you to prepare it.
Basically, let me pull it up in my.
Yep.
Oh, it just makes it all together.
You kind of just sort of smush it around. You moisten the plant material.
Okay.
So I think, as I was walking back, I probably like went to a place where I could get some water.
Sure.
I imagine like the Bobette has a place of like
spit on it.
Water, yeah.
semi-potable water.
We,
Probably not the
we
best.
need not role play your acquisition of
Yeah.
water. That
Yes.
happens when I run my Dark Sun game.
Yeah,
That's
Valid.
checks out. But yeah, you kind of just like mush it all together. I imagine I like pull out some fabric
Yeah.
from my bag and kind of like apply it to that.
Okay.
And then you wrap it around the bruises and you just kind of let it sit there for a little.
all right.
Mila's hovering this entire time, being
Okay.
like, "What are you doing now? Oh, what about this?
Go ahead and make a roll,
that's
please. Roll
really
D20.
good.
Yeah, sure. I could do that. 18.
Nice.
Okay. You feel very strong about what you've concocted here.
I look at this like probably. You have a silver cup, right? Mm-hmm. I
Oh,
think
yes,
I
I
asked if I can. Can I borrow your cup? I'll clean it when I'm done.
It comes out, clicks eyes, do not leave the cup while it's out.
I kind of just like mush the flower petals like in the cup, like with my hand the best that I can. Maybe using like the butt end of like a knife,
knife,
or
she
something.
said
Now, see, that's funny.
Now that's another.
No, that's funny. Yeah, that's what we like to hear.
And then I'll take it out. I'll apply it to like a bandage strip, and I just kind of hold it and I say, "Tell me where for both of you."
Oh,
where
I was.
the bruises
If
are
there's
at."
any left over.
Of course. If you're hurt, I can help.
I'll share.
You're in a much worse condition than I am. Honestly, you look pretty
Yeah,
bad.
but yours is on your face.
No, you look very bad.
I do.
Yes. Really.
Wow.
Really genuinely bad.
Is my hand still real messed up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's.
So maybe
no.
them.
Okay.
But should I put it on where it looks bad or where it feels bad?
You've gotten so much.
Oh, we got a hype train going on here.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. What did I get?
Oh, no, it's close. Sorry, it's close. Thank you very much, Sergeant Tobeck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will like kind of just be like, okay, you just show me, I'll put it there.
Oh. Can I put it there?
Yeah, if you want to.
Do I have to put it on?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, this is gonna be awkward.
Where
Do you want us to turn
I go-
around?
Isn't it just your?
No,
Oh,
my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
ribs.
She's just
So
gonna
I
take her
yeah.
cloak up and like put it and just like look away.
I apply it to my ribs.
Yeah. Good.
All right, Manda, as they're applying this, can you send me a text or a Discord and tell me what the effect should be of this poultice that's been applied so I can properly apply it in game?
And almost how many uses do we get out of
Yeah,
it? 'Cause that-
Oh yeah.
I'll go for, if I had any left, hypothetically, I would kind of like just put
well,
it
no,
on
her
the-
hand is next.
Well, I think I have something for bleeding.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Thank you.
So I'll put that just directly on your head and just kind of I imagine there's like it's like wet moss is what I'm kind of just
Yeah.
There we
kind
go.
of patting it into your head.
Thank.
Is it? How
Do I
long
say
is it?
thank you?
You look cool with an eye patch.
Please don't.
All right.
Poke out your eye to get
He's gonna be wearing an eye patch now.
No, it's fine. I walk to the corner.
Okay.
A couple of minutes go by. I come back. My bandana is now around my eye.
Fashion show. Fashion show.
Is your eye
I am while you're healing her. No, it's very bad. Yes, actually, I need this.
Was it when it got the metal in your eye?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm in terrible pain.
Do you want me to look at it again?
Please.
Maybe I can. I don't see anything.
It hurts really bad.
Oh, well,
It's fine. I'll be all right.
I'll take Mila's hand and I'll kind of look at. Has it like stopped actively bleeding?
yes.
Okay.
I assumed as much, at least. If I've been bleeding out this entire time, that's probably really bad.
That'd be really bad.
Your coagulation is working perfectly.
Great. So I think with what I have from Amanda, I have moonwort, but that's for like active bleeding.
Right.
So instead, I think I'm just gonna kind of
Wait, you have it from who?
from Amanda. Or Fauna. No, from Fauna. Never met her. Thank you. Sorry, I'm looking at like the chat. I'm getting confused. I'll take your hand and I'll just kind of like wash it up, and I don't think this. And I kind of gesture to like the pile of moonwort. I don't think this will help right now, but in the future, when it first happens, maybe it'll help more then. But keeping it clean, I think, will be good.
All right.
Which I know is hard down here, but I think we can do it.
It'll look like yours.
Yeah. And I like look at like the scar on my shoulder, like this like battle-worn 13-year-old, just like, yeah, we'll be the same.
Well, we've been through a couple of scraps.
Yeah.
Got the scars to show it, but we've got a tinker now, so I guess we're good.
I'm learning. I'll try my best.
Do we all feel good enough to make our way down? We've got some business we need to attend to.
I do.
Oh boy. He's not gonna make us do something else again.
Probably.
Probably.
But
We did this really well.
I won't screw it
Well,
up next time.
Really?
we did it
Really well.
very well.
Okay.
And Duke, remember that what we're doing is in vengeance, and I say that like looking for a like emotive response from you. Like, is that a good thing that you're
You
into,
like that?
or are you not into vengeance?
Oh,
For
vengeance
your
is cool.
family.
Yes.
So, in theory, the more jobs we do, the better things get.
Yeah, I'm just not very good at stuff.
You did amazing.
There were so many of them, and there was just one of you.
If the both of you didn't keep that dog distracted, we would not have gotten in.
I couldn't throw stuff, and you were able to throw it farther than I
I
could.
clanged the poles.
I got my hand bit by a dog.
It was excellent distraction. That dog was very distracted.
Really bad.
I've never done anything.
I mean, we did very good, but it's fine. Duke needs to hear this, I think.
Fake platitudes.
No, they're genuine.
I think there's a lot of things that we could learn that we're better at, you know? I bet
I'm
there's
really
so
good
much that we
at.
haven't
I'm
done.
very good at robbing places, is what I've learned.
I think you're pretty good at it.
And,
Dahlia seemed
when you
really
got the
good
right
too.
and a lot of other things, but
I used to think
Yeah,
I was
what
good at
else?
stuff until I lost everything.
Opening
Now I'm not
windows,
good at anything.
scaling houses.
Well, sometimes
You
it takes a
scaled it
while
on
to
your
get
own.
back into it.
I did, yeah, you're right.
Recently.
Yeah, I'm just good at getting beat up. That's about it.
No, it's all right. You did much more than that.
Dude, the
Okay.
fact that you were still together by the time that we saw you was
Together, like my body?
no, like a witness.
Oh.
I mean, he got knocked out almost instantly.
Well, but he was still kind of with it by
All
the
right,
time
well,
that we
yeah.
saw
No,
him.
you're right.
Okay.
There's some good sides
You're
to it, I
hardy.
guess.
I'm hardy. I'll take that. I'm tough.
I think you have taken the most damage out of any of us.
You have, yes.
You fell on your face that one time. Got beaten up a couple of times. Well, yeah, true, but I think from chip
Yeah,
damage,
chip damage.
I think he's taken the most.
That's incredible.
I'm going to go over to the stone on the wall, push it out of the way, and so that we have our passageway into the tunnels of the sewers again.
Okay, all right.
I'll set up the lavender in the center of the
Oh,
table.
we should take some.
really quick.
If we have any leftover rat meat, we should take some with us, just in case we come across any more rats down there.
I actually.
I take
we
some.
still
I take a
have-
piece of lavender and kind of stick it in
We
my
still have 4 rat
clothes so I
strips left.
smell good.
Yeah, I'll take like a little bit and kind of like,
Yeah.
All right.
and then just smush it into your hair. And like,
Okay.
It's like a bath.
I know.
My hair is like actively decaying because of the berry juice in it, and so yeah, it's bad. I smell horrendous, but I'll fit right into the sewers, I guess.
Hang on one
Well,
second.
you did get hit with 2 sprigs of lavender already, so that's kind of a big
Mouse died.
Mouse died.
And I knew it was. I knew it was low too. I should have charged it, and I completely forgot. But that's okay. I have
So,
an extra USB.
Mila said we have 4 strips of rat meat left. I'm going to distribute each of us to have 1 of them.
Okay.
So that, as you need, deal with
In
whatever
case
you
we
find.
get
Yeah,
hungry?
exactly. Well, no,
Okay.
no. This is raw rat meat in your hands.
For what?
And?
We have to hold it in our actual hands.
No, you can have it in if you have pockets.
Could
if you
someone
if you're
else
wealthy
hold it?
enough to
I'm
have
But why are
pockets.
we
Finley's
holding
gonna
raw
be
rat
upset.
meat?
Do you remember last time we went in the sewers and 2 big rats almost killed her?
Yes.
This is to make them not come after us and go after the meat.
But if it's in our pockets, won't they come after us?
You can throw the meat.
Okay. Well, hopefully I remember to throw the meat. I panic under pressure.
All right. It was rather hard to see from a distance, so it's good that you're letting me know how bad you did.
Incredible. Goodness gracious.
We're just in a silly goofy mood.
Either way, have it on you. It could come in useful.
Okay.
And I guess I'll lead the way.
Okay.
Should we take back any of the clothes that we borrowed? I don't have my cloak anymore. Am I gonna get in trouble?
Oh, you lost your cloak.
My cloak's really bloody.
I don't think
Aren't
he's
we
going
all?
to be that bothered
Yeah.
by us losing the things he gave us to do the job with.
Well, we might need more clothes.
Well, we can ask. Are more bits being given out?
For Duke specifically.
He's gonna need it.
Yeah, much needed.
Oh man. Okay.
One thing I will say is I know that the 2 of you have a rather hard time seeing in the dark. Last time we had torches out, we might have attracted those rats.
She just produces her lantern.
It might actually be smart for the 2 of you to just stick with us and we go in the dark.
We can link
dark?
arms.
But that's scary.
It's not. I can see perfectly fine.
It might not be scary for you. It might be scary for them, though.
Yeah, but I'm assuring her that it's not actually scary unless I say it's scary.
There's
Then
big
it's
rats
then it's
in there.
scary.
It's scary.
But there's not big rats if I don't see big rats.
So just because
because
you
you don't see
say,
them, it doesn't
just
mean
because
they're
you
not
say it's
there.
not scary doesn't mean it's scary. You can't speak for me.
I mean, it's not. It's not scary. I don't know what to tell you.
It has the high potential to be scary.
Very high.
That's a valid statement to make, but right now, no rats,
And
not
Clay,
scary.
your ego is way off charts.
Thank you.
Okay, but I'm keeping the lantern on
I don't know
me
what an
just
ego
in
is,
case.
but all right.
You can
Just in
hold on
case.
to my arm.
All right.
She immediately like
Yeah.
slots it in and is holding her lantern up like this to her chest.
Duke, I guess
Just taking
that
deep
means
breaths.
Duke, you're with me.
So you're gonna
Why do
open
they
the
do this to
open the
us?
door.
They keep doing it. Yep.
All right, you walk over. You pull on the
He's gonna do
loose
the-
brick, and as you do, the familiar sound of it sliding back, and as it does so, it reveals the yawning darkness beyond.
Are you sure we shouldn't just light the lantern just in case?
It's fine, there's nothing.
Are you sure?
You're fine.
Okay.
Be quiet.
You head in.
I head in.
All right.
I give her-
Mila's physically
Duke and I are up
trembling.
front. They're right
I
behind.
got I got the arm, and then my hand is kind of like just on top of hers, like giving it like a little reassuring squeeze.
Okay.
And then I
Alright.
eventually drop my hand and then just grab my knife. the other one, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I have my sling with a rock in it in my hands.
Okay.
I have my little knife.
Little knife.
And I think like I'm kind of like,
Wee
if
blade.
Click is ahead and kind of looking forward, I'm sort of like looking back, kind of like keeping like not like full looking back where I'm not, keeping up with like.
Sure.
But just
Falling over
occasionally.
Okay, just a little bit back and kind of watching behind you. All right. So, and the march order of your
The two
group?
of us are side by side at front. The 2 of them are right behind.
Okay, and you're just lagging a bit and kind of looking behind.
I imagine if there's like a wall, I'll have Mila like closer to that. Mila and Duke. Kind of
Yeah,
closer
I'll
to
also
the
do
wall
the same
will
with
be-
Duke. That way you can have a hand on the wall
Is
if you
there
want.
like a like a trench where gross stuff goes. And
Yeah,
sewer,
so
and
when
then
you're
there's,
yeah
like,
when
an
you're
elevator
walking,
platform.
yeah, you've been here before. So there are some right now. This initial entry area is just it delivers you into the sewer. There's a handful of steps down, about 40 yards up, and that takes you into the main sewers. There are about 4-foot wide walkways on either side of a channel, which serves as the conduit for all.
Do we know how
of
deep the channel is?
You've not tried it yet, but you could. It's about 6 feet wide, so it's around 15 feet total width for each passageway. So
How bad does it smell right now?
So it depends on the day, and as you're walking in at this moment, it is overwhelmingly bad. It is much worse than you recalled last
Like
time.
pulls it
Yeah,
in,
shoves
shoves it in his
shove it in
nose.
his
Yeah,
The pungent stench. Let me see how these work with the new lighting setup. It should still. Oh, that actually looks really good. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. Yours.
the
It's
hold on
because
here.
of this new light.
It's your
it
new
adds a lot.
light.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Oh, and there's a center light now, right? Or no? Did you just add that one to the array?
No, yeah, it's been that way. It's always been.
This
that
is so cool.
I
love
know
the
why
lighting.
yours is not doing what it should do. Hang on.
Yes,
in
it
case you
is.
lose it.
It
very
is.
It's actually just a glow stick. It's not a pencil.
So
You're writing with it.
as you walk
pretty
down the
melted.
passageway, you kind of scrunch your feet through the steps, land on the landing, the gentle flow of water. You try not to think about what it is that you see when the chunks go past, floating atop the water. You do occasionally see what look like body parts floating past. You'll see dead rats, dead cats, birds, all manner of unidentifiable things. The stench is so bad, even with your cloth garments covering for a few moments, it's almost dizzying. You kind of steady yourselves against the walls and then immediately regret it as your hands come away wet and sticky. Yes.
I did bring lavender that I hid in my, so I have that in my thing. So
Okay. All right.
Altamira had a bad night.
And yeah, it seems to be perhaps variable based on the winds, the currents, the what the occupants
moon.
yeah, all right. So the moon, yeah,
The tides might affect it. Yeah.
Enough water.
and
I'm
so
here for that.
you move through the passageway in the same direction you've gone before. And anyone else have something specific that you want to do as you're walking, or is that all you're going to do?
I mean, if I recall correctly, we went. Yeah, I couldn't see down either way. No, I'm just taking him to. Yeah, we're just going the way that we know to the Beggar King. Because I remember that we got to a T and we could have gone both ways, but I don't. There's no reason to go down the other direction right now. So
Correct.
Mila's putting on a very brave face.
no one can see it.
That's okay.
Okay. As you walk along, you make, and you've done this now before, so you're kind of familiar with the turns that you make. A couple of passages.
Actively
that
trying to keep
tease
as quiet
off.
as possible.
Yeah. You do see some small rats scurry past, and then you hear what sounds like a blood-curdling shriek, like a high-pitched voice, perhaps a child, perhaps a woman, shrill and piercing, but off at a distance. It echoes through the walls until the fourth or fifth echo goes silently quiet, almost making you imagine whatever allowed that echo to die, perhaps itself also has. And then all is quiet except the gurgle of the waters.
Can I ask if there's, from being in the woods, sometimes certain animals make shrieks that sound a lot just like humans. Is it anything similar? Like, would I be able to
Go ahead and roll.
parse that out?
Make a
in any
d20.
way?
And can I in any way determine direction?
It was gonna be a
A
20
2?
for a second.
It was.
So no, the way it's echoing. Well, go ahead and roll.
Because I'm up
It's going to be very difficult.
Of course.
But
But I'm good at
Are
everything.
you
Yeah,
trying to determine
you're-
where it came from?
Yeah, how difficult can it be with a
Okay.
nat 20 on the dice?
your sense of
thing.
direction is
Impeccable.
you are certain it was a human woman, and it sounds as though it came from somewhere up ahead and to the right, which would be the direction you would normally go heading to
The Beggar King?
The Beggar King, but you also know there are 2 or 3 side passages off of that, so it's
potential to
you
not
know
be
it is
on that
that way, but you don't know exactly. Yes.
I stop and I hold a fist up.
What was that?
Dahlia also holds a fist up.
I hold my wrist up
can't
because
see
I have no
anything.
idea.
You can't see.
Oh, I can't see. Oh.
I just whisper, it's just rum fun. Don't worry about it.
Rum fun.
It sounded like a woman.
You're lying.
Get it out of your mind.
You're lying.
What if she's in danger?
You're lying.
We're in danger.
We're
Might
always
be
in
able to
danger.
do something.
Well, it's on our way to the Beggar King, so
Then let's go.
all right, just keep quiet. Keep it smooth.
Keep it smooth. All right. Then you continue to make your way down the sewer passageways, and as you do so, are you
stealthily?
Are you? I was going to ask you. Are you talking? Are you?
Absolutely stealthily.
Yeah.
As stealth as we can.
I think any desire to talk after the scream is just like,
Okay. You don't.
Keep sniffing my lavender.
You're gonna pass out.
You, after a few times, you realize the effort to over inhale simply does introduce more of the ambient air, not just the lavender. And make a Constitution check, please.
Oh god.
throw up.
He's gonna
Don't do that
Sorry, it's
to
the perfect
me.
place to do it.
Yeah.
4. Crap.
No, you're-
Okay, these
you're
dice.
roll-
the wall
No,
seems
that's
You can't say these dice to every dice.
yeah, that's a stat check. So you're actually trying to roll low.
Oh, well,
So you feel
that dice stays.
you feel your stomach kind of churn, but you manage to hold it in. You pass the first of the 2 offshoots. Do you continue toward?
I mean, I'm gonna look down it,
Okay.
at the very least.
Put you right down.
You see nothing but darkness beyond the dim light that you were carrying, and as you listen, you hear nothing but the scurrying of rats.
Can I also look? See if I can see any further than Click or any better.
And you are, remember, half elven?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of peer down a little bit further down, and you see it looks like it turns and makes another right. So you can see all the way to the elbow.
On the stone wall, I'm just gonna knock twice.
Why'd you do that?
It's a thieves' greeting. I don't think anyone's down there.
I thought that was a knock. I was like,
No, you hear nothing.
There's a couple other passageways on the way. It might have been down one another. Just keep moving.
no light still?
No.
Okay.
You want whatever got her to get us?
No.
Being able to see is nice sometimes.
They can see you much easier than us.
I kind of tighten my arm a little bit, and I'm like, I got you.
So just continuing then?
Yep.
Okay.
I as we're walking, I'm gonna tell Mila, if I've learned anything in my years in this town, the shadows are your friend. Darkness is an ally.
The darkness is really scary sometimes. Bad things happen in it, and I don't like it.
It also protects.
Bad people hide in the shadows.
Sometimes we do too.
Shadows keep you safe.
I like light.
You'll find some soon.
As you go past, you reach the second passageway, go through the same routine, and you hear nothing down
Knocking
that one.
everything.
Nothing, not even the scurrying of rats. Whatever it was that made that sound is
Like
no
I told
longer.
you, it's just rum fun.
What is
I don't know
rum
what that
fun, by
means.
the way?
I-
What are you doing?
Just, it's a trick.
What's the trick?
They're trying to lure us in,
With a scream? That ain't luring me in.
luring her.
Worked on me.
I don't think it was run fun, Click. I think they were killing somebody.
Just forget about it.
Oh, okay.
I hope she's okay.
I do too.
I don't think she is.
You can ask if they heard it inside too.
Yeah. We need to get to the Beggar King. That's our main goal. We're safe there.
Okay. All right. You do. You make it there. You pass through the guarded entrance. They recognize you now. A pair of surly-looking teenagers just give you a nod and kind of usher you on through.
Hi, I'm Dahlia.
Hi.
On the street rats coming through.
The one to the right, who looks a little bit older, he's got a shock of embarrassingly red hair. And he looks over at you. Don't talk to younglings. Move on.
Okay. Have a good day.
You're doing great work.
I know.
Good. It's important to have self-confidence.
Did I mention I don't talk to younglings?
Certainly doing a lot of it.
Hey, don't be mean. He's doing his job.
Move on.
I mean, he started it.
I started it.
We just talked.
Anyway, have a good day. We walk in.
Okay, you find yourselves back in the opulent, and it can be called that, the opulent under palace
Planks of
of
wood.
the Beggar King.
Well, I mean, it
is.
smells
Open
good in here
fire.
at least.
It is, yeah, it is stonework augmented with multiple tiers of wooden
Structures.
Yeah, no, hold on. There's a certain word I'm looking for. In any case, yes, you've got the bridges. You've got small little ledges and scaffolding. You see boxes and all kinds of supplies and goods scattered all around.
Does anything look
And-
obviously different since last time we were here?
No, as you walk in, you can see that some of the goods have moved around, but you see the usual suspects, and it seems Glottimus himself is ever pinned to the same location and makes no move. But you see that he's got Jilly standing next to him, and as you make your way through, you can smell the scents, the herbs, the...
I take it out of my book and I pass him the letter.
I've got my head higher than it's ever been as I walk up, and I'm only looking at Jilly as I walk up.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you still have your eye patch on?
No, it's over here because I was covering my nose with the.
So
But I
as
do have it covering my face.
So as you walk in, you see Jillia. She's standing next to Glottimus. Another of the younger servants walks away, and Glottimus leans back. You see a gleam in his eye. He wipes a hand over his sweaty, bald pate and gives a brush to those thick brows that hang over his head. Jilly kind of quirks an eye, gives a grin, and when she catches your eye, she just kind of laughs.
I have one quick question.
That-
Do you guys
that
still
instantly-
have the? Do you still have the little thing on your head? Are you supposed to
The
keep that on?
bruise?
Yeah. Well, the patch for it.
Oh, I think the poultice is definitely still there. Yeah.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
just got a big.
No,
bump on
I
your
look
head.
like a big mess,
Such a mess.
but I don't realize it, and so I huff a little bit. I'm like,
Oh no.
Oh
This is such a good image.
sorry, I have to compose myself. Those are pretty good lessons.
Oh, your Windows work went well, did it? Jilly says.
I mean, it went pretty all right.
Great.
Glottimus, enough chit-chat. What'd you find?
The letter.
And what happened to you?
They have a dog. The food got stuck between the fence and I had to poke it through, and when I poked it through, he chopped my hand. But it's okay.
It gave us a lot of time to be able to get up and.
This is
be
a good
quiet about it.
distraction.
Well, you should be more careful. Putting your hands through gates is never wise. But you look
I'm
like you've seen
hardy.
the wrong side of a boot.
That's
Deke.
actually a question I would like to ask of Your Majesty, and give a quick bow now that
We all bow. We all immediately
He
bow.
looks he looks bemused and pleased at the same
Of
time.
course he does. I will walk up and hand the letter to Jilly. I assume I would never hand anything
Right.
directly to Glottimus. And I say, my part of the plan didn't go all that bad. It was mostly them, but it's
Can we hear that?
Roll. Yeah.
Good luck.
17.
Dang it, they all rolled really good.
15.
Yeah, you know, it's the way the area is built here. You know,
It's the perfect echo
yeah,
where
the
he
Beggar
can hear all
King
the
has a
secrets.
nice. It's very intentional the way this is set up, and it carries sound and echoes to this area.
It's the whisper spot in the U.S. Capitol.
Exactly, and so he's listening to you, but they hear everything you say as well.
And so I hand it off,
Mila
and then
pouts.
I walk back up, and I say, I would love to go over the letter with you, get through that, but we do have some concerns about some other things. Some people we met last night.
That we all met.
Right, we'll get to that. Let's start with what happened. A dog. Tell me about your efforts.
Absolutely, it was a blazing success. Really, they were ingenious with the
He's
distraction.
kind of half listening to you as he scans the document.
Perfectly opened the window, unlocked the door without a hitch, and made our escape.
Because of our
mostly unharmed.
distraction techniques.
And you came to look like that how?
Well, that wasn't from the
Technically,
distraction.
That's what I would like to talk to you
Very
about
unrelated.
later.
Your Majesty, if I may, there was a man, a guard that did see me. I'm not sure if that is okay or not. But his name was Garen.
When you say that he saw you, what do you mean? Did he follow you back to your hideout?
No,
Did he know you came here?
my hand got bit, and so I tried not to, but I screamed, and I think he heard, so he came out to check what the fuss was about. Duke was able to run and hide, and I was able to talk to him and lower his guard at least I tried.
I'd say she did it very successfully.
We gave him the shadow dance.
He winks.
Yes, we
Sounds
did.
like you did well, child. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
The windows work. How did you do it?
Wait.
Every time.
It's so good. It's so good.
Dahlia is like holding her hands like to just not be like.
I know. I want to use it. I
Just
want to
like-
take it.
Like I said, without a hitch. Thank you for the tool.
He nods.
I'm handing it forward as if I'm supposed to give it back.
He goes. He gives you one of these. Jilly again just smirks, and he says, "Did you read it?
We did.
What do you make of it?"
Catherine? Sounds related? Something? The Von Poppins know her?
Oh, you bet your bloody bum they do.
What do you
That's
mean
his
by that?
daughter.
Oh. What?
Oh,
She doesn't much care for him, which is why I like her.
So she's an ally?
Good to me.
Might be a bit strong of a word, but possible.
What's the Quisling?
Mi'kmaq?
I think that's just sort of a phrase.
I thought that was the name.
The Whispers say the lass had an imp.
A literal imp. Okay, I thought. Okay.
She kept it as a pet, it seems. Quite fond of it, and apparently father was not.
Have you ever seen an imp? What does it look like?
Child, I've seen things that would make your eyes curl back on your head. Imps? Yes. He seems to think of something with fondness for a moment and then brings himself back to the moment.
Just so we know what to be on the lookout for. What do they look like?
Oh, they come in all kinds, straps, varieties. Some can be small with horns, some a bit bigger with wings and fat bellies. Others can be quite nasty with fangs and tails with spikes on them.
Those are real?
Those and much more.
I thought I was just being amused when people told me that.
I thought that was just from books.
Oh, no, child. They're real. As are the larger kind. We don't speak of them. So, you've done well. I knew you would. I've still got your box. It's in good keeping. Let me think on this a moment. I may have another job for you. He thinks, in fact, I think I may have the perfect job for you. What else is it you wish to speak to me about, Click?
You know much of the city. We, the Understreet Rats, are at your disposal and are seemingly at odds with another gang. And I would like to know what you know of them and could potentially aid us.
What do you mean you're at odds?
The Yellow Knives?
We have no business with them.
They have business with us.
Do you see me? I was their business.
They were quite upset about the incident that you heard about.
He didn't technically hear about that incident.
No, he did.
He did.
He mentioned
Yeah,
that.
He absolutely did.
He did because we told him directly about it.
No,
Yes.
No, he'd already heard and he
was
asked
like,
her
you're
about
the one
it.
who stabbed.
Oh, the stabbing is what he heard
Yeah,
about.
the stabbing.
yeah.
What were you referring to?
Because Click's initial worry was that he heard about me stealing money from Dahlia in that incident.
Oh, no,
And
no,
when
no,
Dahlia
no.
mentioned he didn't steal from me, I gave him the money. He was like, "Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that, but thank you for the info."
Yeah, no. He was referring to the stabbing.
yeah.
Did he ever mention the healing at all? He didn't. I don't think so.
No.
No. Nope.
Good.
He didn't.
Good. But it seems that. How do I put it? He seemed quite upset that he got his comeuppance and wanted some vengeance towards me and took it out on Duke.
Well, I suggest you avoid him then.
Well, there wasn't
We tried.
any. I couldn't.
It's proved rather difficult. I was wondering if you could assist us in finding other ways to manage our way around the sewers. Exits, places we could go to evade them.
We can't even eat.
Duke so much.
After all, we did aid you in this.
Let me think on that a bit. I may be able to aid you, but I don't think the sewers will be much concern for you tomorrow. In fact, he leans over, he whispers something in Jilly's ear. Jilly,
Because of where he's standing, can we try to listen in?
go ahead.
I'm not even gonna try.
17 on the dice.
15.
That one.
It's a nat one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna try.
Your ears fall out.
I think just where I know that he's seated, maybe.
All right. You are fairly certain, I mean, he's obviously adept at whispering in his own domain, but you are fairly certain that you hear the word school somewhere in what he says. You, Mila, are absolutely certain that you heard the word partridge and also the word bland in what he said.
Partridge? What could this mean?
Mila starts racking her own brain.
Yeah, she looks very deep in
I
thought.
rolled a 15 also.
No, she rolled 17, I thought.
Oh, crap. So
You
I
are
don't get
cool.
so I don't get to hear anything.
Yeah, you hear, oh.
You hear Mila gasp.
Partridge and bland. What could it mean?
They're cooking partridge for dinner.
Are we to make a not bland partridge?
I don't know.
So many questions.
Maybe we should
So you need more health.
save the partridge from bland.
Go eat. Come back in a few minutes.
We have
and
to find bland
Jilly.
partridge.
He nods at her. She looks at you have obvious wounds. You have obvious wounds. You
I'm just still bruised
good.
from
I
a
didn't
couple
get
of
hurt at
days
all.
ago, but the poultice is, I'm assuming, helping. Yeah, we're fine.
She walks over and she hands each of you a small, looks like a gray wafer about this big. Here.
Thank you.
I put it in my pocket.
You die.
All right, as
Wafer. It sounds like.
as Mila chomps on the wafer, Mila, your mouth tingles. There's a heady rush of aroma that goes up through your nostrils. Your eyes kind of water for a moment.
Mila's first high.
And you feel like a warmth. I'm sorry, I missed that the first time you said it, yes. I don't know if any of you have, just for context, if you've ever taken like a niacin pill or eaten niacin.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's like it'll flush your skin, everything.
you feel like
you
you're burning from the inside out.
you feel this flush through your skin, like needles, not painful, just like exhilarating and like disconcerting. But and then as you look down, you see your wounds are healed.
Well, that's way better than what I made.
I mean, you're absolutely right.
She says, "I'm sure whatever you made helped."
What is that?
I pull off the poultice on my forehead. I don't know. Did it? Am I still bruised horribly?
Yeah, you still have a bruise.
Did it help?
You'll have to wait.
Oh,
It hurt.
Actually, as you pull it away, you do notice,
lessened?
some of the glop comes down with the bandana, but you can see the bruising is actually subsiding where Dahlia applied that poultice.
I love the idea of you weren't supposed to eat it. You're supposed to put it on the wound, and you just. She's like. So you can put it in your.
Look. I point to the hand. Try it. It could be fun.
It feels really weird, but it passes quickly.
Yeah, you looked like you were about to pass out.
Yeah,
I
no.
probably was. I felt a little woozy.
But your face is really red.
I feel really warm right now.
Try it.
I mean, what's just gonna happen is we're just gonna go eat after this.
Well,
So.
my hand's healed. I can move it. It doesn't hurt at all. You're
You want
hurting,
half?
right?
No, it's fine. You need it much more than I do.
It's cool.
You could try out.
No, it's fine. I don't want to try it.
Is it magic?
Are you scared?
It's got it.
Hey,
I don't know if I want to eat the whole thing.
No, it's fine. You need it way,
So is it like
way
something
bad.
that's imbued with
But your
magic?
face.
Shut up.
I suppose that would lay away to the
Southern shade right now, where it's like you need this more than I do, sweetheart. like,
I'll bless your heart.
They come in quite handy.
What are they called?
What? The wafers?
Are they just wafers?
Yes, we just call them our wafers.
Where'd you guys
really
get
cool.
them?
Excuse me?
he gets nervous.
I have just a few.
Did
You
you
can have those
make
too.
them yourself?
Oh, no.
Oh.
I can't make these.
They're really cool.
We don't.
Can
Yeah.
I try to use one of my feature abilities to get information out of her based
Sure.
around this?
What
one
are
of
you,
your
what are you
traits?
thinking?
Yeah, it's one of my traits. Let me.
Imagine using your traits.
So I am affable.
Mine aren't helpful right
So
now.
I have +2 to a trait bonus on diplomacy checks to gather information, and can do so in half the normal time.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, that she doesn't have that yet. She's already prepared for.
No.
Wait.
That's a trait.
This is one of the traits.
Oh, the
trait.
traits.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
the
'Cause
we
traits.
started
Yes,
with two
yes, yes,
traits.
yes. You did get the trait. All right. Yes, you
It's the
may.
first time I get to use it.
Go ahead and make your roll, please.
And you already have a
Diplomacy
+1 to
trait.
diplomacy
You
as
could
well,
you
right?
could use some bonuses on this if you wish.
So 7. +7 to the roll.
Oh yeah, because I get +2 from that too.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically only on checks that draw information.
Yeah, but that's what you're doing.
So I have a +7. Do I want to use any? I don't think so.
No, I think you're
If
fine.
it fails, so be it. Actually, I'm going to use this one. Pretty.
feeling that dice?
I'm feeling it.
Oh, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have felt it.
That's a bad idea.
You rolled a 1?
Yep.
You gotta stop doing this.
You rolled a 1?
She's asking
I
questions
think
like
that's
an
her
annoying
third tonight.
kid
Yeah.
does.
You're right, yes.
Maybe I
Of
should
like,
touch the
oh, what
dice.
about this? Does it do this? How do you do that? Stop doing it. Where'd you get them from? Are they really nice? They sound like they would be really nice.
I drag her away. We're
Yeah, and you
sorry.
see,
That's a
and you
lot.
see where as a moment ago, Jilly was like warm towards you. You just grow increasingly more badgering toward her, and eventually she just gives you a very arched brow and nods
We're gonna
as
go eat.
Click drags
We're gonna
you
go
away.
eat. We're gonna go
Thank
eat.
you.
Let's go eat.
That's very like a 14-year-old dealing with someone slightly younger than them. Like,
Yes, yes, exactly.
Mila gets excited.
I like
I
look
can't
at
believe I
Jilly
rolled
and
a
she
one.
like kind of is like,
I can't.
and I'm like,
You've done it twice
and
already.
then
I've done it so many times in this building.
So I break mine in half
Okay,
because I want to save some for later in case of more injuries.
okay.
So I eat half.
So you eat half of it. Okay. All right. As you take half, you feel the same thing that I just described, although not quite as strongly, not the same sense of intensity that Mila felt. And also, though, you have no open, overt wounds. So you feel the aching in your ribs, even your jaw, which ached as you bit down on it. Once that flush of warmth goes through you, the pain subsides, you feel much, much better than you felt moments ago.
Oh, that does work. Thank you.
So, just to move the story forward, you guys have the opportunity to eat. Once again, you're provided with a broad spread. There is, looks like roast. It looks like some kind of large waterfowl, maybe duck, maybe goose. Hard to tell exactly what it is. There are various berries, partially. Roast melons, breads of different kinds, nuts. You eat sumptuously here inside the Beggar King's palace. Others
does
come and
fit.
go.
Do we have any handkerchiefs or like wrap?
I bet so.
Yeah, if you have like
Yours is
you have,
filthy.
yeah, you have like strips of cloth and cloaks and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm gonna store
I will
some
say
food away.
if there's anything Click keeps spotlessly clean, it's the neckerchief that he wears. So
Okay.
the rest he doesn't care about.
So, I'm very excited about the food, but then I do pocket some.
Okay. Yeah, you stuff a few.
Do I notice any of the
morsels.
guards? They're both doing this. Do I notice any of the guards going to stop them or doing anything about that?
They seem to pay you no mind. Now, what you do notice is you're getting odd looks from some of the other children that meander about here, none of whom seem to be able to participate in the fare that you are enjoying. This is being proffered to you. You do see occasionally the guards partake of it, but none of the other children are partaking.
But they don't look hungry.
No, they don't look hungry.
Okay.
Do I get the sense that if I were to slyly flick something over to a random kid, specifically the kid who I gave this over to who didn't rat on me while we were doing that little act, that someone would be upset about that?
You wouldn't have a sense either way. There's been no indication given. You just note they neither partake nor even seem to really look toward the table.
All right, well, never mind then.
Yeah, they're not interested in food.
Never seen anything that can like do. And she's gonna like motion to like her hand and the wafer and you and like.
Honestly, these past couple of days have been kind of mind-boggling for me. Imps? Real? You're like actually magical, which is kind of still crazy, and you just ate something that just like healed your wounds?
I don't feel it at all. I mean, I feel my hand, but I don't feel like pain.
I saved half for
And
later.
I just assumed that one guy on the corner who sold snake oil said it fixed everything, and I knew it really didn't. I didn't think, sorry, no offense, that your thing was going to really do anything on my forehead, but... So magic's like real?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew magic was real for a while. I didn't know about all the other stuff. I mean, I guess if that's real, why wouldn't that be real, too?
Okay,
All
well...
kinds of stuff that is real that you think
There's a
is
lot
maybe
of crazy.
not real.
Maybe we're all in a dream.
Maybe
I
we're
take a
all in
little break, but I just
TT.
it's really hard to do. Like, oh, it's one of those like play hits where you're like, that was too much. Like that. I'm like, are you dreaming?
Are you okay?
Sometimes I wish I was.
I give Finley a little block of cheese.
Okay.
No, it's cute.
He gladly partakes. Anything else that you're going to do, say, before you
Is-
return to Glodimus?
The kid who helped me, is he anywhere nearby?
Yes, actually, he is. You see he is unloading what looks like pieces of cloth, like bolts of dark cloth.
I'll walk over and lean up against one of the crates that he's near unloading.
As you walk over, he sees you. He kind of gives a darting glance and smiles.
Knock, knock.
Hi.
Thanks for the help.
Of course. Thanks for the silver.
Of course.
He looks around, making sure no one's watching. Need something?
Really just wanted to say thanks.
You're welcome.
What do you know about Ginny?
Chilly.
Jilly.
Jenny.
Jelly.
Sorry, there's a lot of J.
Tomato.
What do you know about Jilly?
You say that, and you see his face darkens a bit. Don't make fun of me.
What? Sorry, no. I'm just asking about her.
They all ask about her. So I think she's pretty, so what? Leave me alone.
I lean into him and I say, I think she's pretty too.
He thinks for a moment, and then his look changes.
She's mine. Hands off.
I knew he was gonna say.
You're so dumb, Click.
I knew he was gonna say that.
You had a friend.
I
Talk too much.
Just 'cause you're older
Just
don't
like-
mean she's gonna like you.
You're totally right. What kind of stuff does she like?
She looks stuff like me. I'm handsome. I've got good qualities.
Stand up for yourself, yes, sir.
My mum used to tell me I had good qualities.
You're
You have to lay off Jilly. I'm sorry. Legally,
Go.
you gotta let this kid shoot a shot.
At least let him get rejected first.
You go get Jelly.
He looks over at you. He seems to like steel himself and puff out his chest. Then his eyes dot over toward Glottimus, and he just wilts like a flower in the sun. He,
How about this? You've got your shot. Give it a try,
Don't listen.
right? That silver come in handy.
You're trying to get me have a beating. He'll give me a proper beating. No, I'm not stupid. I thought you were my friend. You don't seem very friendly anymore.
Yeah, don't listen to him. I'm your friend.
Duke, I shove your face away.
He's behind the crate, just being the devil on the shoulder.
By the face, I shove you away.
What do you think they're talking about?
The whole time, is Jilly over with us? Like over at the table, or?
I was
no,
taken
she's standing.
away.
She's still over there by
Okay.
Glad. That's why, because
Yeah.
he looked over. He saw her. He looked at Glad. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably something dumb.
Probably.
So mean.
Do I have a
You
scar
were there. You don't know.
from it? Or is it healed completely?
Yeah, like no. As you look, you see there's like a thin white line.
I look at it and I'm like, okay, so that tooth right there would be the canine tooth because it went really deep. Oh, and then
that's
I
why
like
it hurts so
I like
much?
show you my shoulder and I'm like, but rats have different kinds of teeth and they kind of look like this. And then I like pull out the bone comb and I'm like, and the teeth on these ones are different because they're
What are those?
The bone comb.
This one only ate plants. His teeth are like they're flatter, so it's
Is
better
that good
for
for
chewing
your
plants.
hair?
Well, I use the metal part of the bone combs.
Oh,
I
not
don't
the
have to worry about the tooth.
that makes sense.
Horrifying to look at.
I'm just talking about like
Mila
animal
takes out
teeth.
her nice.
And then I like look at Finley and I'm like, he's got little teeth that look like this one.
He's gonna like take a little bite out of the cube, and I'll just like examine the cube and be like, oh yeah, there's a little. Drop it back down for him. Sorry.
I just finished my
Two girls in
conversation with the
recess
kid.
sitting alone on a bench.
The weird girls.
Yeah. Reading animal fact cards, just hanging out.
I look at the kid and I say, sorry, just figured I ever talked about it.
You don't really like her, do you? No. She's too old for you.
You're totally right.
How old is he?
He's like at least a year to 2 years younger than Click.
10.
No, he's more like 9. He's a little
Little
guy.
boy. He's
He's a
feeling big
little guy.
emotions.
Got a crush on his babysitter.
Just keep that silver to yourself, and you might be a rat one day yourself.
I'm Randall.
He puts out a little tiny hand.
I clicks the name.
Is it with two
Nice
L's?
to meet you, Click. Don't call me Randy. My name's Randall.
Nice to meet you, Randall.
All right then.
If you want, you can call me Clicker, which is really what people call me, but
Clicker.
I think I'll call you Click.
all right.
All right. Bye. Bye, pretty girls.
Thank you. You have good qualities.
He throws the bolt of cloth over his shoulder and kind of struts off, a little swarthy kind of. After you finish your food, soon you're back in front of Glottimus. And yes, Clicker, I know, I laughed as well. That is actually his name, though. It's on his character sheet.
It is?
It's Clicker?
Yeah, Click is short for Clicker. Yeah.
Wow.
Clicker.
In fact, actually, I don't know. Have you ever said that in front of them before?
Explains,
No.
and there's a meaning behind the name as well. Almost everything I say has thieves' can't meaning, so the name has meaning.
My
You've explained
grandmother
it out of
called the remote
character.
I
control.
did.
Give me the clicker.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to ask me in character why I said that? Because you probably heard it.
Yeah, I mean, I
did
think that's
we?
the first time you've heard that from him. So yeah, that would be fine.
Clicker.
Do you like it when people call you that?
You've never said clicker, and then you tell him clicker.
Finally know her. Terrible. Boo. But also correct.
I got you, Cameron.
You did.
Why haven't you told us your real name, but you tell little
I-
Randy?
Okay, if
Don't call her
Randall. But Randy's
if someone's name is Robert and they also go by Bob, and they tell you their name's Bob and not Robert, they're still telling you their real name.
But why did you tell him? You've
'Cause
been
I
with
don't-
us longer.
I don't always prefer to go by Clicker.
Well, then you told him right
Were you
away.
named Clicker?
So why?
Huh? Do you want to know the story?
Yes.
Yeah. I love stories.
I want to know
Can
why
I
you
write
told
it
him
down?
before you told us.
Listen to the story, and I hold up another grape threateningly.
Mila takes out
not
her
scared.
papers.
I like lean in, and I'm like,
We've got our grapes.
yeah.
So, Altamira's big city. Don't really have parents, but I've got a lot of family, and that family could see in me early how awesome I was, and they took me out on some jobs as a snakesman, because I'm good at that.
How old were you?
Snakes.
Maybe like 5 or 6.
Oh, you were so little.
Getting
Yeah,
snakes
reliable.
or selling snake oil?
Do you not know what a snakesman is?
No.
I just laugh. Anyways,
Wait,
doing sneaky stuff.
isn't it? Yeah, the snakesman's the one that does the window thing.
No, that's the breadwinner.
Oh.
No,
Well,
snake-
no, that's the. That's
and then
the
when
thing you
Mila
use.
asks, I explain it.
But
Snakesman's the one who gets under the grates. Small areas in a house, holes where they can get in, unlocks the door. That way everyone else can
is
get
that in snake oil connected?
in. Not at all.
Okay, good, because I was worried.
No. So at first I thought they were going to keep calling me Little Snakesman, and I was kind of liking that. That seemed kind of fun. But no, we got back and they gave me some money, and I gave it out to other people, and they started calling me Clicker. Because, I don't know, Clicker's someone who shares the cash. So, Click it is.
Mila's moved to tears.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I got named because I'm good at robbing people. So,
They cared for you. They
well,
They
at least cared enough to give you a
used him.
nickname.
at least I'm keeping up the family business. So,
I got to pick my name.
you did?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, technically, I guess I picked Click out of Clicker.
You did.
Yeah,
Where's that family now?
Everywhere, right?
all these people.
This, where?
Altamira.
They're not all your family.
They are.
Duke or Dink? Wait, Donk? Donk? Dink.
And Duncan Dank, if I remember correctly.
Like, wait a minute. My mind just went blank.
Yes,
Dink,
all of them, and
Dink,
also
and Donk.
you were born in Altamira. You've lived here.
In a different part.
What's that
So
mean?
you're like cousins.
I don't rob with you.
Yeah, you do.
We
Well,
just
now I
did.
I mean, you rob with me. You're a varlet
live.
now. You're an understreet rat.
You called him a varlet.
A what?
A varlet.
A varlet.
It's a good thing to him.
Not everybody can be family.
Well, sometimes you get along really well with some members of your family.
And sometimes you don't.
Duke, it just seems like you don't really want to like me.
do sometimes, but I just think you're.
I throw a grape at you.
I throw one back.
We are not starting this right now, not here.
Only little throws. Keep them for later. We'll throw
See
it.
if I can catch one in my mouth.
Please
I hit you in the forehead.
All right. After a few moments of such chicanery, now knowing, next time
Now we die.
we're gonna bring some grapes down here next time for this.
Yeah.
Played.
Should throw dice.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I could see
metal
like
ones.
one good shot, and now I've got you in
We've
the
got
hospital.
the Heimlich going on. Yeah, it's just a whole
So
thing.
after you're brought back over before Glottimus,
Bow.
you see he acknowledges your bow. He's got a huge greasy turkey leg gripped in one meaty hand. He kind of waves it, and grease flops off. Oh, all right. Pure genius. I've got pure genius to give you.
Oh, we're listening.
Are you ready for some mama's work?
Mother's work?
Mother's work?
Mummers.
The mama's work.
Mummers work.
Mummers.
He,
What is
We could
Your
be.
Majesty?
click.
Mummers
You immediately know what he is. He's talking about the type of either theft or deception that is based on disguise.
My favorite.
We get to dress up.
I will quietly mention that to the other people around me. It's disguise work. Let's take it. Who are we posing as?
I think it's more salient. You know that word, don't you?
Of course.
All right then. And for those that are watching, the Beggar King Glottimus is always giving the children new words and testing their
It's our vocab lessons for the day.
What was the word he said? 'Cause I
Salient.
didn't.
salient.
Thomas
It was
knows
nothing
what that
special,
word
yeah.
means, but
Attacker.
what?
Attacker. Assailant.
No, salient.
No idea. Salty? That's my guess. Blocking it in.
He says,
I just give him a big. Thinking in my head, he's talking about something that's going to be salty.
where you're going is more relevant, I think. You're going to case the guard station,
Which?
the town guard. Well, specifically the town guard in the noble quarter.
They know us.
That's why it's Mama's work.
Oh, because we're disguised.
We're kids. We can't disguise as adults.
We don't need to be adults. We just need to be different kids.
We could put two of us into a suit of armor and then walk in there.
They're gonna know.
How do you know?
No.
Are we walking in the suit
do you
of
guys
armor?
do you guys
No.
know what casework is as well?
It's when
We're
you're
not going
casing
into the
We're
guard.
sorry, we're new
Sorry.
to a lot of things.
Yeah, there's still a lot of lessons to learn.
It's a bit of a, what you might call an expiscatory mission.
Escapitus. What?
Arithmetic lesson. Yes.
Escapatory?
Expiscat. You're going to look around.
Got it.
He was also writing down that. Can I looking around?
Chili look like during all this?
Jilly's just smirking. She's watching you, and obviously she's very used to both his sort of mannerisms, and also she's gotten used to you as well. And so he says, have any of you ever heard of the Edgewick School? Well, pardon me, the Edgewick School for the Gifted.
Would I know it?
Yes, you immediately know the name. There are a handful of schools in the city, but there are two prominent schools that are for aristocracy and nobility, and they compete for students in the noble quarter of Altamira.
Did I go?
Yes, you were actually.
I'm gifted.
You got your special skills.
Now I have an edge up on. Let's click here. I think.
You were actually a student not at the Edgewick Institute, but at the or not the Edgewick School, but at the Grayton the Grayton Academy of Excellence.
The Grayton Academy for Average Kids.
So you have the Edgewick School for the Gifted and the Grayton Academy of Excellence. Glodimus tells you, though, to be fair, it's about coin. The only giftedness in Edgewick is the gift of parents with money. These schools are somewhat rivals. You know this, having grown up, in the noble quarter. But they also, it's like a healthy rivalry. They compete for moneyed students, but they also do joint, things and sometimes competitions and whatnot. But you know that any Grayton student has no love for the Edgewick knaves.
The edgies.
And so. He says,
We give wedgies to the edgies.
That's
pretty good.
Love this too much. Too much.
he says,
Too much enjoyment.
so, I've debriefed Jilly, and this turkey has need of my ministrations.
This
And he waves at you.
partridge?
That's the partridge. The partridge is bland.
I'm looking expectantly to see if those were the secret hidden words that we needed for something.
Yeah.
He looks over at Jilly.
We're like,
Did you give them the wine?
No, I didn't.
I mean, they did eat that
Are you
wafer.
sure you heard that right? I thought I did. I thought I heard him say bland partridge or partridge. And then bland, but like later on in the
it looks
sentence.
like he has no clue of what you are talking about.
Nothing. Sorry, Your Majesty.
We're fine.
And I bow like 3 times.
He shakes his head and kind of leans back. He lets out a raucous belch, which I am incapable of doing on command.
Good.
But
Better for the audience. I'd be worried.
yeah, better. It resonates, kind of echoes in this little area that he has, and then he tears in to the turkey. You notice as he's been talking, Jilly has pulled over what looks like a chest, a wooden chest, and she pops the lid open, and you see inside what looks like silken garments in a deep navy blue.
What school is it for?
And you know immediately this is for the Grayton School of
the
Excellence.
Grayton. Oh.
These are the garments of the Greys. And so she pulls out for the ladies. You each receive a dress with a fitted bodice, all in blue silk, with a skirt. And then there's a shawl of matching color that go. And she hands these to you and indicates.
Are you sure?
Oh, you'll give them back after. Okay. You have to wear these for the day. And
I've never worn a dress before.
This is so pretty.
what, dear? You've never worn a dress? Oh, you poor thing. Well, you're going to like it. They're quite nice.
Okay. How do
So
you put it on?
This is so fine.
First, you take off the clothes you're wearing, but not here.
Okay.
We have a room.
You watched it impulsively. I'm like, no, that's not right. Continues to listen.
And so she says,
And then you'll slide this over your head like a shirt. The skirt, you'll sash it.
and she pulls out a sash of silver, not made, it's silver colored, bright silver sash that goes, and then she pulls out an oval silver brooch that fastens right at the shawl. So she actually shows you how you do this, and she places it over her shoulders, puts the shawl with the brooch, and then she pulls out some pointy-toed boots of a highly polished leather, and then lastly she pulls out a hat that's also of this blue but has a bright white ribbon that goes around it and ties off in a bow. And so she hands you each of these things.
Mr. Gladimus.
Her face is just stuck in, just like.
Mr. Gladimus, can I talk to you?
I thought I expressly said I had a date with this.
He holds up the huge thing of chicken, still chewing, and just kind of gives you a dead stare.
May I speak with you?
He gives an annoyed he gives an annoyed look to Jilly, and it's not lost on you that she's probably going to get in trouble for this, because it was her job to occupy you, and now whatever she clearly has not done her job.
Can I speak with Jilly?
I'm just gonna come.
Jilly's standing right there. She's been talking to you guys the whole time.
Well, I thought I needed to speak to him. I'm so confused. Panic under pressure.
It is in her character description that Duke panics under pressure.
That is true. That's true.
What do you want?
Okay, so I'm trying to keep a low cover, you know? My parents were killed. I happen to have gone to the Grayton School of Excellence, so I kind of might look familiar if I'm wearing the school clothes.
Oh, let's say that hadn't occurred to me. I'm so daft. How shameful of me.
Yeah, I know sarcasm.
Go talk to Jilly.
He pulls off another chunk of meat. As Jilly finishes giving all the garments to the girls, she ushers you off to a small room off to the side.
Just do your best. I'll help you when you come back out.
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
And be careful. Don't spill it. Don't tear it. Those garments are, 1, hard to come by. 2, worth a year's salary for most.
Can I wear pants under it?
As long as no one sees them.
Okay, we'll see. We'll try. Okay. And I walk into the room with like all this, like this armful of like dress and hat and boots and everything else.
Okay.
Will we have a bag? She's just gonna look down at her sweater. I don't like leaving.
He's going to have to stay, dearie. I'm sorry. He can't go with you for this.
She was talking about her sweater.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Finley.
She,
oh, okay.
she knows
I
Finn
thought so
Balor.
too.
Oh,
She
okay.
knows
I'm
Finn
sorry.
can't come with.
Would the hat have enough room under it?
Actually, it would, yes. It would, but then, Finley staying quiet, remaining
Yeah,
unseen.
I would have a lot of rat poop under my head, and I don't
It's a
want
ratatouille.
It's a ratatouille.
there.
It's a ratatouille.
We've already
don't
seen
want
that movie.
While Jilly's preoccupied with them, and I've obviously just seen Duke do what he just did, will, as you're walking away from Glodimus, pull you over to the side. 1, cool it. 2, Mama's work. We're not going in looking as you. The goal is to not look like you.
I'm gonna look like me if I'm wearing the exact school uniform I wore just a couple months ago.
What if I punch you in the face really hard?
As you say this, I mean, Jilly's standing right there, and as you say this, she pats your head.
Don't worry, Duke. Here.
And she pulls out the garments for
Do you have a big
Duke
hat?
and Click. No hats for the boys,
This is not good.
but you
How
do
about a
receive.
cloak?
So you have a jacket
Okay,
in
we
that
can work
same
with
deep
this.
blue. The trousers in a matching color. The trousers have a yellow stripe that goes down the side. You also have pointy-toed shoes and a silver belt instead of a sash. But then you also see Jilly, and she pulls out what looks like a chunk of red hair. And she takes it, and like magic, she lays it over the top of your head. And as she starts fitting, the two of you watch her, and it's well, actually, no, you're in the room. You watch her. It's mesmerizing. She pulls out what looks like a paintbrush almost, and then she's got another brush with putty, and she begins to go to
I am
work.
so closely watching what she's doing.
And you see,
course you are.
she tucks all of the hair under. She starts applying putty across the edges of it. Then she takes and she just paints a natural powder of skin tone around the edges of it. And then she begins fraying the hair at the edges until,
artistry, yeah.
in moments, it looks so completely natural. Duke has a thick shock of red hair coiffed over to one
I take
side.
out my silver cup.
I, as you're doing that, I look over and I say, "Who's Duke?"
What's my new name?
I forget. What is it?
It was
Lou?
something about fire.
Blaze!
Perfect!
Did you plan this? You had to have. That's incredible.
It was.
Blaze.
Then you see she also she goes back in and she starts applying powders and paints to Blaze's face. She gives you slightly darker circles under the eyes with a couple of deft brushes. It looks
Lots
like
of studying.
It looks like the bridge of his nose is just a touch wider than it was. And she even then takes out a jar and she applies something. At first, it's hard to see what she's doing. She puts a wedge of something white here across his chin. And in seconds, with a pair of small, almost look like wooden picks for teeth, she works it and then she brushes it. And in moments, you see a thin line of a scar about that long across the chin. And she steps back. She admires her work for a moment.
I admire her for a moment.
Yeah. Fair.
She gives you all the garments necessary, and then the girls. Do you do anything different before you come out, or?
I think Mila. She really wants to put the sweater on over the dress, but she knows that she's probably going to get in trouble for it, so she's just going to clutch it in her hands and just keep holding it until she's out of sight to then put it on.
Okay.
She feels very uncomfortable wearing such nice clothes.
Okay.
gotta
Yeah,
lay
you
down
do
with
it.
your sweaters.
They feel stiff, constricting, but it is hard not to feel a sense of elegance. You've seen like paintings of people
Yeah.
that look like this.
I think Dahlia's like bright red. Like I think she's just really quiet and is like does not know how to react to like the level of care that gets put into clothing like this. Like most of the things that she has were made by her. Like,
Right.
or fashioned out of like years worth of gathering stuff from the city and like making it work to look somewhat presentable. And so
Right.
like this is just very different. And I think she's just kind of like walking out like constantly
Adjusting.
trying to figure out like is still walking out with like the brooch, like not knowing what to do with it. And so I think it's just like holding the brooch and like holding the shawl, and it's just like
My hat's on backwards.
and, like is just like kind of avoiding eye contact with everyone.
As you walk in, Jilly goes,
You both look so beautiful. Come here, children.
Really?
and again, she's only like 3 years older than you, but she's
She
acting.
like waddles over,
Yeah.
just like stiff as a board.
She looks a bit aghast.
That won't do at all. You must walk like a lady. Gracefully, slowly, nice, smooth,
books?
steady steps. We haven't time for that, children.
No, they need to walk around here with books on their head.
I probably
for a
have
bit.
our books in our backpack.
I put books on their head. Walk like you have to walk with your head held high.
Okay. Is she still walking around like kind of?
I'll walk up to Jilly like with books on my head, just be like, "Can you do the brooch for me? I don't really know how."
Yeah, well, as you do that, she actually gives you several little adjustments,
Yeah.
Fixes the brooch, adjusts the shawl, kind of straightens out the blouse, and in moments everything is in the right place. She
This
even,
is much more comfortable.
you see, she even takes a cloth and gives a bit of polish to one of your boots, and
Don't clomp when you walk.
The Beauregard breeding shows well in you.
She takes very gentle, soft, slow steps.
You needn't rock back and forth like a tree in the wind. Simply graceful. The purpose of the book, yes, is that this is steady. The feet move.
Will you do
but
it first?
Oh, of course.
you see she pauses for a moment, and then she does something with her face where she looks down, and then when she looks back up,
Oh, goodness.
there's an imperious grace to her. And as she walks, there's a carriage. Her shoulders open up, broaden her head. It looks like there's a string that pulls from the top and straightens her neck. and she walks with a gentle grace. She gives a bemused smile, and as she kind of looks over, she waves a hand as though she's simply dispensing crystals of grace from her hand toward all the people that stand nearby. She pivots smoothly on one foot and comes walking back over, and for a moment you could almost imagine her standing atop a platform with nobility at a ball, and then she stops and she drops her shoulders and she gives you a girlish grin.
See, that's all there is to it.
You were made for that.
Oh, well, thank you. It's just work. My mother was a whore. I wasn't made for this at all. But I've learned to do this, and you can learn to do the same.
I love this campaign so much.
What's a whore?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I'm sorry, child. She was a woman of the night.
Oh.
You've
Are
never
those
had
the
that
same
education either.
Name? Like, are they is it a nickname? Is it?
Yes, you would call it that. A nickname,
Okay.
yes.
She liked to kiss lots of boys.
She peeks over.
Looks down, like,
She, in moments, she has you all, she kind of walks you through the motion. Clearly, you are not going to get a lifetime worth of, prim and proper etiquette but just enough to be somewhat passing is the goal. They spend about an hour with you. In this time, she also conveys to you several bits of information. She tells you that as members of the Grayton Academy, you know that the blue of your doublets and your dresses stands for the honor of the academy. You know that the headmaster, or actually headmistress, the headmistress name is Lady Malum, and she is a kind headmistress. You know that what you are told is that the Edgewick School, what's that?
Lady Mal?
Malum, M-A-L-M, M-A-L-A-M. The Edgewick School is actually, as is sometimes done, going to be touring. They sometimes will tour various edifices of the city, educational opportunities to learn about the rulings of government, and it was actually on the calendar, and the ever nimble mind of one Glottimus recalled that today there was a tour of the nobility guard barracks to learn more about how they protect the citizens of the free city, that the students, unfortunately, of the Edgewick School were going to be going on. But Jilly assures you that there is a plan to assure that it will be the students of the Grayton Academy that will be attending as well. And when she sees the perplexed looks on your face as to how this might occur, she says,
Come forth, Professor Salmon.
And you see Professor Salmon come walking out, and you do not recognize him. He has a deep blue robe with a hooded cloak. He bears a staff of white, looks like ash, neatly carved. He's got a leather tome under one hand. You can see there's a bit of graying to his temples now. And he gives a little smirk.
My students.
It's a good look.
it looks really good.
Hello, Professor.
Hello. Are you ready for an exciting day today?
We're always ready to learn.
Hip, hip,
with you,
hooray!
Professor Salmon.
Outstanding.
her name?
First of all,
What do you do at school?
as
learn.
students of the Grayton School of Excellence, or Academy of Excellence, you would begin with a bit more aplomb and dignity. So the hip hip hoorays must be gone. Additionally, the shouts of joy and general lack of what would be called distinguished temperament must go to the wayside.
Well, that's just better than being down here.
No, actually, it's not. Here we're free. Up there, you are constrained by the restrictions of society.
Preach.
I've read
That's all I know.
Well, then you'll be the
child.
perfect leader.
We are showing you a
You're
taste
right,
of
I will be
freedom.
the leader.
For you see, you could only and always be a Beauregard. But we can be free down here. Tomorrow we can be a Beauregard. The next day we could be a Winchester. We are free to be who we wish to be. That is freedom.
There was a story.
You make a great professor.
But you always have to hide.
No, not always. We don't hide down here, do we?
Yes, you're hiding now.
I suppose you're right. But no more than you would hide in your home during a storm.
But don't you want to be under a roof in a storm?
Precisely. And out there is a storm of overmuch dignity, of misused wealth, of corruption in all things political. It's a storm, a maelstrom of evil up there.
But it does buy good
You're
food
really good at
sometimes.
this.
Really cool.
But money does buy good food and nice beds.
We have good food here.
You
and
haven't
soft,
eaten enough of the brown at the
satiny
Bobette.
sheets.
Yes.
There was a story that I read once of a young magic boy that had to sneak into
Child,
this school.
First rule, we must begin to be in character here, or we will drop character there. The high-pitched nasal tone of the voice, the chattering about like a magpie with a case of delirium. Slow, speak like one of wealth and nobility.
Professor Salmon.
Okay.
With a Professor Salmon.
Yes. My student, Blaze, was it?
Blaze.
Professor Salmon.
No, just a head tilt.
Professor Salmon.
A little, like, relax a little.
Professor Salmon.
Yes, child. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Do you remember the fake name you came up with?
Did I come up with a fake?
Yes, you did. It's Eliza.
Eliza.
Boom! You get inspiration for knowing her fake name.
She said it.
I know you had it written down.
You didn't say it out loud quick enough.
Well, I wanted to quiz her.
I'm sorry.
She
I
gave her the
forgot.
answer. I have your name written down. What if I say
Peggy.
it before you do? Do I get inspiration?
And Finley.
And Finley.
Which is a D6 on
And
a
Finley.
ability check.
Did you have a question, child?
Well, there was a book that I read once, and I was wondering if it was anything like it. And it was a young boy. He was magical, and he had to sneak into a school and pretend to be like really cool, rich student.
Slow down, child. Slow down.
And he had to learn how to act like them, and so he learned how to walk like them, and like straightened up, and used a lot of really cool lines.
Precisely, yes. Draw from that.
Okay.
When we do the mummer's farce, the painted work, if you will, drawing from places of inspiration. Of course. And the moment you begin, you stay in it. You might think it's silly that I'm speaking to you down here in this manner when you know who I am. And yet this is how I ensure I will be this person when I'm up there.
Oh, so I should.
Precisely.
the book.
Eliza.
The book.
Yes,
Yeah.
precisely, child. And I know your other question. And the answer is yes, it is time for a break.
We will go to our one and only break today here at Blue Box. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the bits, all the subs, all the support. We're going to turn up the AC. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. I want to thank my players. I want to thank the audience for joining us today, for all the good fun. We have a couple of announcements that we're going to make after the break, but hopefully everything sounds good to you. Hopefully all the video looks good to you as well. As we get ready to go to break, I want to remind you, we'll have, as I said, more announcements after break, but just one thing quickly, we do have Greyhawk Awakening on Tuesday night. That'll be at 5 o'clock, and it is entitled Sentinel and Shadows. Sentinels and Shadows features the Greyhawk Awakening Book 2 party in the in the mountains, the Raker Mountains, in the shadows of the keep called Shade Wall, which they have sought now for many, many weeks. And it is a very dangerous place, and perhaps the end of the journey, which has the glyph placed on them by the Animus Drax, placed specifically on Rizia and on Rowan. Then on Wednesday night, we have a special guest. I'm very excited. We have Dollar Store DM, Aislinn, I believe is how I pronounce her name. I'm going to meet with her tomorrow and do some pre-planning. She's a super cool gal on Instagram. She's got a website, and she's a DM, D&D player, really cool lady, but also one of her specialties is the making of terrain, of paint and minis and other things for your tabletop, and doing so on a budget. So she shows you how to do your own crafting. I actually came in contact with her because one stream a few weeks ago, I was using these tables, which are from Dwarven Forge, and they're the ones that you turn it in the little, you guys have seen these on stream, it lights up. And I noticed I'd been tagged in somebody's Instagram account, and I went to check it, and she said I was watching Blue Box yesterday, and I saw these cool tables. And so I went and made these. And she went, and it's this thing she did with a little bit of styrofoam and a straw and a little tea light, and she made it actually looks better than mine. And I said, this lady's cool. So she's going to join us on Wednesday night for Lore Masters Arcanum. So hopefully you'll be able to join us this week for those two shows. And as we get ready to go to break, I'm going to have Thomas ask the question as we go to break today.
Interesting. All right. Okay. So, well, it's really more than one question.
It's a lead at least.
It's a multitude of questions because you see, you're watching. You might be a first-time watcher. You might be a second-time watcher, and you might be. I like these people. So I'm beginning to wonder why you're not following. And then for the people who are following, maybe you've been here for like 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 episodes, and you haven't subscribed yet. It's free, by the way, if you have Amazon Prime. Totally free. And for those people who have subscribed, and you've allowed that sub to expire.
That's rough. That's rough.
Because you do have to do it every month on your own.
Yep.
By hand. I know, it's a lot of hard work. But just go down, click that little button. We're all really wondering it.
Absolutely.
What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub, join our Discord. Blue Box will be right back after our one and only break.
Dive.
As always, we'll leave the mics hot.
Dave dive dog.
Finley's on the mic for me.
Ding dong dive.
Finley on the mic.
How many random D names can we get?
Good.
Finley on the mic.
Finley about to spit that hot fire.
I'm so excited. It's just a new robbery type, like thief job every single time, and I love it. So immersed.
Good, I'm glad.
And the new table, my goodness.
It's working well. I mean, I like it. Do you like it?
I love that it gives us more space on the edge.
Exactly. So you have your stuff over there. You're not crowded. Spaced out.
always, though, truly.
Anytime I go to play D&D at a table, I'm constantly excited and nervous.
Yeah, it is truly a constant situation. Oh, did you guys hear that he was yelling about the Jets lost? The other two, he wanted one. It was loud. Yeah, I thought that you guys would be able to hear.
Yeah. I was not in the room when it happened. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, the Jets lost. He asked the what is it called? Oh my gosh.
An Alexa?
Alexa. Yeah. He was like, hey, what happened? What's good? So that was the situation. Yes. Thomas has already let him know. But I will remind him just to make sure. Because it never hurts to remind.
Amanda, am I getting the stuff about poultices and whatnot correct in any way, shape, or form?
Also, Amanda, Finley, I have not stopped being able to just hold him. I love him so much. Thank you for the work you have done. He is so precious and cute.
He is a very good mini. Also, right now, my brother is currently in the process of 3D printing me a dice tower that is Squidward's house.
No
I'm really excited about it.
Is he gonna paint it? Or are you gonna paint it?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
We'll
That's
have to see.
incredible.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
My brother, Thomas, just walked in, which is why I'm repeating this.
Repeat
back.
it, please.
My brother is currently 3D printing me a dice tower that is Squidward's house.
It's so good.
Did you guys see that the chat was freaking out?
Yes, it was really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, he is precious, Manda. Thank you again.
And the hat, like you have so much of Manda's
Oh
knitting.
yes, and I meant to show it on stream. The hat and how this comes off.
Comes off. It's magnetic, right?
It's so good. It's like magnetic and it clips.
I like
so
the
it's
blue
like,
box.
Yeah.
Or does it say blue box?
It's supposed to. I kind of think I messed it up a little.
I think it says Lou box now.
I think the B fell off.
Yeah, the front B.
Oh no. Whoops. That was because I messed with it, truly.
Yeah,
it's my bad.
It's very bad. Oh yeah, it's on the hat now.
It's on the hat.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what have we gotten ourselves
Oh, I'm
into?
so excited.
I'm so excited. I want to see how your guys' characters do in a fancy rich kid setting.
I won't.
You won't do?
No.
I'm interested to see what Duke is like because I'm like, is Duke gonna be the way that he is when he's around us? Or is
I
he
want
gonna
to
be
see
like,
the rich kid
No,
do
we're
it.
gonna
is
see
he gonna
Duke
be
plus.
Duke
yeah, I'm
plus.
very sweet, and when I'm in the setting that I need to be in, like I can be a good boy.
I'm gonna be what I need to in my element.
Oh, that's
To be fair,
gonna
I
be
don't
so
think
fun.
Duke's been like a bad boy with us. I just think he's kind of been dragged along into
Yeah.
some stuff.
Fair. All good points.
Duke has done wonderfully.
Duke hasn't gotten dirty enough yet.
I'm just gonna wait for when Click gets into a fight with some rich kid. You're so right. Oh,
It's gonna happen. They're gonna make fun of me for something, and it ain't gonna go well.
Amanda asked me to remind you about the.
Yeah, there's. I don't really want to. Well, I could, I guess. I don't.
I mean, it's just a little flicker. I don't know if it was that bad.
It depends. It's.
Duke needs to become a
I know
Duke.
what's causing it. It's just I've got to move some of the USB ports around. But I'll get that fixed before Tuesday. We won't fuss with it now today. All right. And we're going to go back to live.
You have to assure the chat that you're safe and okay.
Yeah, I will. I figured I would have to
phone is
address the tragedy.
Don, is this your phone? I think. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
What? I guess
Oh, we
I'll
haven't
go.
said it yet.
I guess I'll go with Dave, but yeah.
You can choose another one, whatever you
You
want.
have time.
None of them will be any that I like.
Great.
Cletus.
All right.
Elegant.
Here we go. All right, welcome back. Blue Box, we're back here. Thanks for hanging with us over the break. We've all got coffee and bio breaks and whatnot. And yes, thank you for those of you that expressed concern for my physical hale well-being. We did, in fact, have a tragedy today. So the Steelers had to have 3 things happen to make the playoffs today. They had to win, which they did in right proper fashion, 28-14. They needed the Bills to win, and they did as well. So that worked out. We had one other requirement, which really, I think there is some sort of an idiom around this. Relying upon the Jets is always a recipe for disappointment. And we had to have the Jets beat the Dolphins today. They failed to do so. Ergo, we missed the playoffs. And so you heard the scream upstairs. Yeah, you're a Falcons fan. You get used to it, Mike. I know. That's Steelers fans. We're not. Hey, Josh, you know what? I've about had enough of you, my friend. I'm rescinding your invitation to Blue Box Con, sir.
You specifically can't.
I mean, if you have to depend on other teams to win just to make it, maybe you should have won a few more games.
Well, there is no doubt. There is no doubt that what she has said is true. That is also those spoken like a tepid Fairweather fan, not recognizing that we were 2-6 and came back to almost make the playoffs.
He called you a tepid Fairweather fan.
Fairweather fan. I did say Fairwater, which is actually funnier with tepid.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get, yes, Duke is taking shots. All right, so a couple, we were, did anybody see the game? Never mind, we'll worry about that later. All right, so announcements again. I've already talked about the streams that we have coming up. Make sure you're with us Tuesday and Wednesday night. And then our schedule here, we will be moving to a weekly schedule for Tears of Aihrde, just like we used to do for Rise of the Rune Lords. This has been for a couple of reasons. One, it's created actually a little more pressure for us when we miss a game, let's say Christmas or whatever it might be. We wind up going a month between our streams, and just that's too long. The other thing is it's just pacing the story too slowly, even when we do stay every 2 weeks. So we're going to move to every week. We're going to try, I still have to talk with Cameron about this. I haven't confirmed this with her, that we can start 15 minutes earlier. I know she comes straight from work.
I'm not anymore.
Oh, you're not anymore. Outstanding. All right, so we're going to go to an earlier time. It'll either be 1 or 1:15, whatever's going to work for the crew here. That will allow Rory to run Fall of Red Dawn after our show without going too late to Sunday, where he can then raid into Lord Gazumba for his Sunday gabbing show. So what that means is you're going to have back-to-back 2 Blue Box streams, although Rory is still determining whether his group will go every week or bi-weekly. But either way, at least every other week you're going to have back-to-back Blue Box streams. Oh, we have fan arts.
We finally have fan art.
Oh, do we? Is it all of us prim and proper?
We have gone through such a drought of Pat Draw's fan art.
I know.
I'm so happy.
Let me pull it up here.
Away from fire. I want to see fan art of us kids all having a bad time wearing these outfits, and you just very comfortable.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Oh my gosh. I need to go hard it in the Discord
I
right
agree.
now.
It's really good. Nice work, Pat.
Incredible work,
All right, so
Pat.
now
Glad to see you're here, buddy.
And now I gotta. So for the first time, I'm actually dropping fan art directly into the fan art folder that we have on our Dropbox, so that it will
Live
allow it to
forever in the cloud.
automatically move to our website. So
It's in the works.
we
right?
started saving this stuff now to our. No, not in the works. Oh, you haven't seen it?
I saw. I was told about it. I didn't realize it had.
Oh,
gotten-
it is absolutely live. And
live.
I showed it on Tuesday. I should probably show it here on Sunday as well. I didn't even
Go
think
read
about
those
that.
character descriptions too. You might get some little. You might get some little
I
extras.
got some little
Okay.
extras.
You might get some little
Mystical.
extras.
Yeah, I mean-
You guys won't get any extra.
You didn't get
from
any from mine.
No, I
What'd you
did
say, Jen?
not. You have to watch to earn it.
I wrote too much.
I am an open book with one page
Mystical
in it.
said FORD will
Fall
be
of
every,
Red
Red
Dawn.
Dawn.
Oh,
Fall of Red Dawn will be what?
every other week.
Every other week. Okay, so we'll have Fall of Red Dawn will stay every other week, and on those weeks you'll have us then straight to Fall of Red Dawn, and then they will raid straight into Jay's Gabbin. So if you haven't seen it yet, this is our new website.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Here is blueboxrpg.com, and thank you so much to originally Danny, Honeybee Crafter, got it started for us, and then it was taken over by Tom, who is the Zohan, also plays in Ford, but then of course a lot of help from Manda, a lot of help from Rory, And I think Thomas even just, looked at it once. So
Way to get hammered.
You're not wrong. I was given a public link, so I said all I could see was it's under construction.
Yeah, so you have each of our campaigns here, obviously. So, for example, if you click into Tears of Aihrde, you're going to see the stream schedule
beautiful
here.
face.
A link. You can also, you've got a link to all of our previous streams, so you go straight to our YouTube site, and it'll take you to the TOA streams on the YouTube site.
There you see it right at the start. It says clicker, aka click.
Yeah, right there. So you get a summary of the player and the PC.
Wow, yours
That's
is
not
much
true,
longer than
Amanda.
mine.
I wrote too much.
No, it's perfect. It's awesome. And then
Wow,
Mila,
that's a very beautiful photo of
they
you.
got the glam shot.
You guys
there.
look exactly the same.
I know. That's like, you look so much like your character. And then Jenny, also
Jenny
with the
looks
glam
like Duke.
shot. And Duke.
That was
your
taken
hair's
during
shorter there.
2020.
Mine was taken a while ago. I have shorter hair now.
That's so
That's
funny.
against my barn door.
So
in
you
the
can see
living-
that for each of the campaigns. You can also see a quick summary for Lore Masters Arcanum, where if you will look, I believe
I'm wearing a suit.
if you look, you're going to see the root. You're going to see the root of a word that Glottimus taught the Understreet Rats today in the summary of LMA.
Arcane.
Explicate.
There it is. Yes, you're going on an
That's how you spell
expiscatory
it.
mission.
We
The root is
explore.
expiscate. It means to investigate deeply or to really research.
What?
We're
Escapatory.
You can also see this week on Blue Box, so you get a summary.
it is working.
Yeah, it's going to load up here, and
Whoa.
it's constantly updated. And when you click into any of them, like Tears of Aihrde,
cool?
look at that. You get a summary.
isn't that cool?
You get the link to the previous streams here as well. Isn't that awesome?
Incredible work.
And
best
then you can go to the gallery.
Show me a better website.
And so here's the fan. Yeah, really. Here's the fan art gallery.
It's the best photo at the top.
Yes. This is the one
The
time.
braziers.
Yes, I do know how to correctly pronounce
It wasn't
brazier.
one time. It happened twice.
No,
or
it
three
happened
times.
one time.
No,
You
there were
lie
mul-
like
there
a
were
rug.
multiple.
You lie like a rug. It was
No.
one time.
I'll find you the
What,
second
you find
time.
it. You
I'll
find it.
I
No.
will bring proof.
Timestamp it. Put it in the Discord. Get in the comments.
So anyway, we got the dino with the brazier in the
a good
fan,
moment.
but all the fan art. No, it was not. Manda, stop.
My
stop,
favorite part
stop.
about that fan art is Pat had it ready and colored before the end of the stream.
Oh, I know. Well, that's.
It was amazing.
If,
how quick
if
it
Pat
happened.
has a chance to mock me, he does not miss that trick. He is all over it.
No punches.
Yeah, so,
so
you're gonna have all the
Pat-
fan art
Pat mocks
uploaded
everyone.
here for each
Oh,
one.
that was
and
Alcott fully
it's
on
just-
fire there. That was
it's
a
just
good
like
one.
all the cool stuff, and even the Hero Forge minis. And by the way, if you're a fan of the show, do not feel like you have to produce the artwork that Pat Draws produces or that
He's
Jeff
the exception to the rule.
Sieglin. Like, we get all kinds of fan art. It can be scribbles.
and it is all
It can be
appreciated.
painting. It can be
Pirate.
Lee will often put the written word
Oh yeah.
with
Why
fan
is there
art
so
in our
many of
channel.
Alcott just
We-
passed out on fire?
I think Pat.
You tell me, Thomas.
Pat enjoyed all the things I did to Alcott. Mocking John Never.
Losers
Yeah.
don't have a lot of HP.
Yeah.
You also see we have a link tree down here, and this link tree now links also to our website, our Twitch, our Discord, our YouTube, our TikTok. There's some fun stuff on our TikTok. You should check that out. Our Insta, our Twitter, Facebook, and all of our sponsors have their own links here in our link tree.
Stuff.
And then last but not least, or actually
Mocking
probably
John
least, let me see, what is last? Let me go back here. I forgot. We have so much fan art here. The About Us, and this shows you our core values. Also, all of our sponsors are listed here. So
a great
you have
website.
just everything. It's a really nicely done site. So I suggest, do you really need MSN as your homepage on your browser? I don't think you do. I think,
I actually should
What is
change it to Blue Box RPG.
2007?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Change it here. We'll keep the stream update. The fan art will always be updated here as well.
Hard
All right,
to
so
remember.
I did all that because we were going to show the gorgeous fan art from Pat Draws. So let me pull this up quickly.
It's a bad.
Dun, da, 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 da.
No,
The people
And
love it.
they don't.
The children love
They don't. Children love the book.
Children love the books.
it. That is a certified John voice right there.
It really is. Oh my gosh, that's really true.
Yeah.
And there it is. All right. So let's see what we have here.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, you need to try this. You're on fire.
I like the
Read
Duke.
what the wafer says.
What's the
You
way
can zoom in.
Reaper. Oh, Carolina Reaper. Oh, it's even got, look at that. There's always these little gems
Duke
in
looks
his
like
art.
a like one of those actors who gets hired to play a teenager, but
Yes.
is actually 25.
Riverdale.
Yeah. Yeah, you look like what's his name?
Who's the guy on
Jughead?
Riverdale?
Jughead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cole Sprouse. Or one of them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's Cole, I think.
Awesome. All right.
Oh, no. More than I want
And
to
then
about
today,
Riverdale.
for a giveaway, we're going to be giving away a license pack of 2 licenses to Tailspire. That's about $50. So you can download Tailspire and then you can also share it with a friend. And so if you're a DM, that's a fantastic way to get yourself started. Tailspire is a tool that we use here in conjunction with all of our physical, tabletop, and terrain. So we use both the physical and the virtual, and we'll be giving that away
Who
today.
said the holidays end in December?
No, that's exactly
giving
right.
doesn't end
Giving
here on
never
Blue
stops
Box.
here at Blue Box.
Never
Well said. All right, let's get back to it, shall we?
Huzzah.
All right, so, ye rats. Let me finish with the instructions that you're given.
Yes, why are we there? We haven't learned that yet.
So the mission that you're given, and I'll just walk through this without the role play for sake of time. You are told that, again, the Edgewick School is to be touring the central barracks in the Noble Quarter. It is Klaus von Poppen, who is currently under investigation by Glottimus, although you're still not sure what his real issue is with him.
Yeah.
You know full well that one Duke Beauregard has plenty of reason to be. And yes, by the way, I know we do have one cam that's flickering. I'm not going to fiddle with it right now, but thank you for letting us know. There's a little bit of USB magic or musical chairs I need to play here on the back of my PC, so I'll get that done. He wants to continue this investigation. He was, obviously, Glottimus was very interested in the information that came from the raid of the second home dealing with Catherine von Poppen. And the way he spoke, you could see that he probably, this is not the last you've heard of her. But he tells you here that he is very interested in a letter that was supposed to have been written by the senior von Poppen, Duke's father, that never made its way to the mayor, and he suspects it was intercepted in the watch. Now, he tells you that the captain of the watch, Juan Carlos, is a good man and unlikely to have been involved in any hiding of evidence against von Poppen.
And sorry, just to reiterate, the letter that was stolen was the first one that the Beauregards attempted to send, which we know we have the second one.
Correct.
So
the first one never reached.
Nothing happened.
The first one never reached the mayor. Glottimus explains to you that he has a theory. So what he is telling you through Jilly, is you are to get into the guard barracks through the ruse/mechanism of the school tour that's being provided, right? The Mummer's Farce, which is part of the ongoing education for the nobility of the city of Altamira to understand how their government, how their citizens are protected, the workings of the structures of Altamira, and you are to sort of piggyback on top of that. Once inside, and we'll go ahead and role play with you a little bit. Jilly says,
now, which one of you children can read? All right, then at least one of you that can read, you need to break away. The timing of the tour will normally be just before the lunch hour. Professor Salmon will make sure it's just a bit late. You're going to arrive at the lunch hour when Juan Carlos, the city guard captain, will be out of his office. You are to make your way, at least one of you, into that office. There are records in there. Our scullery maid has seen them. The records are kept in a filing cabinet, and they're alphabetized. You're looking for a letter. It will either be filed under von Poppen, or perhaps filed under Beauregard. Search those records, and look for the letter written by the late Master Beauregard to the mayor. If we can find that and prove that it was seized, we can point it back to the corrupt member of the Guard, we can connect this with Von Poppen, and we can destroy his evil machinery here in the city.
Would it be advantageous for us to try and find the corrupt guards?
Keep your eyes open, child, but don't overreach your bridges. You are not capable
Stay
of
smooth.
facing
Keep it smooth, Click.
such a one. Now, you'll have to be careful, and no doubt you'll have to find some fast talking, but that's why we've chosen you. Yes, although we've heard our little whispers, and you've heard them mention this word, whispers. It took you a minute to realize that's not speaking of the audible,
it's a person.
It is a description of the small children they have throughout the city who listen to whispers, who watch things that are happening and report back. So
So cool,
so
John.
she
So cool.
So she says the whispers have told us that it will be inside, past. There will be one guard at his door, and you'll have to talk your way past him. But they've also told us that Click is Click is not the only one with a swift tongue. The two of you did quite a job on the guards entering into the merchant area, and you have been observed to be. Well, we would just recommend that Duke remain somewhat silent.
Agreed.
That'll be easy.
Okay, so we get into the room.
What's your charisma?
Is there a filing system? Does it have a lock?
She says, the maid has said there is no lock. It is inside his office, which is locked.
Do
But
we
there-
have to unlock the office door?
It is kept open during the day because a guard is posted there.
So-
You will have to find your way past the guard.
We'll have to figure out a reason why we need to be in there and not let
Not
them
necessarily.
know.
Just distract him. Move him away. One of us can then get in.
So,
We've got
is there
options.
any other names that the letter could be under, just in case they're hiding it?
If it's hidden in a place not there, it would be hopeless.
Oh.
So there will be endless rows of files in those drawers. Search Von Poppen and Beauregard.
Can I? If they didn't want someone to find it, why would they file it?
Our suspicion again is that Juan Carlos, as a man who is right with the law, never saw the letter.
Oh, okay.
But whoever is corrupted would keep a copy, that it could be used against Von Poppen someday as blackmail.
Oh, that makes sense.
They play both sides. It's a game played often in the city. So, if Von Poppen does have a sympathizer inside the guard, that one would still be wise to keep a copy of the letter. Von Poppen is pleased to know that it never made its way to the mayor, hence the job is done.
So it just sits in the filing cabinet and nobody ever finds it.
Precisely.
Should we avoid giving last names as much as possible?
Oh, you can give any last name you wish as long as it's not yours and not real.
So they won't fact check that we are indeed noble children of.
Professor Salmon is our fact check.
You will be accompanied by a professor of the esteemed Edgewick Academy. Grayton School of Excellence.
That's so cool.
Now, also, be careful with the Edgewick children. You'll be with them at least up until you reach the guard post.
Just don't talk to them.
That also would seem suspicious. Say as little as you can, but you will have to engage them.
How bad's the rivalry?
It's
I don't speak to them.
It's petty children's things, and the Von Poppen children.
The edgies are petty.
The Von Poppen children did go to the Edgewick Academy, but they're all much older. The class that you'll be with, they'll be 1 year older than you are. They're in their 6th year of studies.
It's fine, I look very old for my age.
So you're close enough in age, but they'll be a bit older than you. So just follow Professor Salmon. He will lead you. He'll have you wait, and just follow his guide. He will make sure you get integrated.
If we're nice, I'm sure they'll be nice back.
Disagree, but we can talk about that.
If you're wearing this uniform, they're not gonna be nice.
Does a school
I don't like edgies.
No. Does your school, do they do art?
They?
Like
My school?
Yeah.
Of course we do. We do the best art.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That was really loud.
Even that.
That was really loud, yeah.
I just fall over in pain. Oh God.
Let me see. Let me see if she gives you anything else.
When is the tour? Is that today?
Yes, in about an hour.
Good.
Oh,
We need to talk plans then, as we move.
I think you two should be the ones in the room.
I agree. Duke, you seemed excited to be the one going to the office, but I think it's Mila and I.
Can she read?
Yeah, she reads really good.
Absolutely.
Really fast.
You have
yeah, she
single-handedly
reads.
distracted every guard we've come into contact with.
That's true.
On your own.
Dahlia's really helped.
Well,
That's great, but I'm a fast talker too.
I think me and Duke could run some initial bothering of the guard.
I don't think that's necessary. The idea, I think, is more that we don't want to suddenly all disappear at
Yeah.
once. We need to keep up the ruse. So you two will stay,
And
eat, and
drink.
bother the
Okay.
edgies,
Yes.
and we will go to the restroom and make our way back.
Dahlia,
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Do you want to be siblings?
Sure.
Because we could look like we're
Yes.
siblings. I assume. Minus
hair.
the freckles, I bet we look extremely similar.
We should actually nail down our alter egos.
Mount Blaze.
Blaze.
Of glory. No.
Glory is the last name. It's run together.
Dahlia would say, Blazing Violet Gloria
Okay.
of House Gloria.
Okay. I like it.
Eliza.
Dahlia.
Eliza Summerpots.
I pull out the other half of the
drugs.
drugs. I'm like, we could have a little fun with the edgies. And I put it back in my pocket.
Oh my gosh.
Duke becomes a
Think of
drug
something.
dealer? We're really getting into crime here, huh?
If you keep getting injured, we're gonna need that for
I
you.
know, but we could have fun with it.
What's your name?
Maybe. Sweating. It's like, oh no.
Yeah,
not gonna go
you
well.
already feel doom on the horizon.
You guys can call me. Well, it was Dive at first. That's not going to work. Who? David
David
Jones.
That's boring.
Jones?
David Jones? What kind of name is that?
Professor Salmon
terrible.
stands nearby.
Boring.
Oh no, that will not do at all.
Oh, come on! It's so fun.
No, it's boring.
Jones is a commoner's name.
Yeah, very common.
It would
They don't
never
go to the
pass
school.
for the nobility.
Think of a name that you would make fun of.
Jonah.
But I want it to be David Jones.
No, it won't work. Jonah.
Professor Salmon says no.
Holmes.
Preston.
David Holmes. The J's pronounced as an H.
Preston's all right.
Okay.
So is it
Preston's
David
a
Preston?
very.
David
David Preston.
Holmes. David Preston Holmes.
Ooh.
3 names. How?
Isn't it?
Oh,
like,
yes.
Isn't it, Preston is like the fairy dust on a haughty name, right? It's like any name, just put Preston in there, and it sounds haughty.
Kind of like Clarence. Like
Yeah,
very-
that's like.
Oh, you know it's a really lame last name? Devereaux.
David Devereaux?
I like it, David
I'm
Devereaux.
not. I cannot pull my previous character into this. We'll go with Preston.
But he could have gone to it.
David Preston.
All
The
right, so
Devereaux could have gone to that school.
Do you guys know what David Jones is?
well, you're talking
No.
about Davy
Davy
Jones,
Jones.
Locker, and
Yeah.
yeah. No, we got it. Yeah.
Click wanted to be the devil, but you guys wouldn't let him.
No, it's a boring name.
Professor Salmon wouldn't let you.
No, he didn't stop you, but yeah, it would probably.
Are we really okay to call you Professor Salmon?
We're supposed to.
For the next few hours, child, you must call me nothing else but that.
Okay. I thought you,
I thought you already knew that.
It is, but it also sounds kind of.
No,
It does sound
my
like-
name is Professor Salmon.
Professor Salmon.
Mr. Professor Salmon.
No, just Professor Salmon.
Okay.
Before we go
Repeat
anywhere,
after me, Professor Salmon.
Professor Salmon.
Yes.
Great. Before we
With
go,
a little head nod.
before we go anywhere, you two
There we
need to
go.
lock down your plan, and we need to lock down ours.
What if we all talk together about it?
I think that's a
so
good
that
idea.
way nobody
No, it's good.
ends up doing something bad. Like
Agreed.
we tried to steal in here.
So we've got essentially two options when we get to the door.
Okay.
Either
I
we both
talk to him.
talk to the god and convince him to just let us in,
That's not gonna happen.
or we split up, you distract him away from the door, I go in.
I think that's a good idea.
I agree. It's playing to our strong suits.
Read well enough?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Could you?
We must hurry, though. We will miss our mark, children.
We can talk while we walk if necessary.
Let's.
Yes. Are you ready, then?
Walk it like you talk it.
She's gonna like still holding her sweater, just like
Ask to
find.
put it in the box with Duke's thing.
In the box, the one that stays here.
Salmon, can we just stop by the rat's nest on the way out?
She's just gonna put it in her bag.
Certainly. Well,
He's counting time in his head.
is it absolutely necessary?
She's just holding
When
her
they
bag.
pass the alleyway,
Well, we have to come back by here anyway. to
I
get
must be there on time, or the whole plan won't work.
Where are we exiting the sewers?
Oh, just follow me. I'll handle that.
All right.
Mila's gonna go to
just
Jilly.
leave it here.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Mila's gonna go to Jilly.
Oh, okay, yes.
I will also go with my silk scarf.
Yes, child.
Do you need help with? Hold on to this, and please protect it. It means a lot to me, and yeah.
She holds up this dingy, worn,
It's more well taken
frayed
care of than the rest of her clothes.
yeah, sweater.
We're just saying something.
Would you like me to get you a new one?
No. It was a gift, and it
Okay.
means a lot to me.
All right, child. Never fear. It will be cared for.
Thank you.
She just gives her a hug and runs away.
I was right behind you, about to
I
give her
bump
my
into you
scarf
as I run
or
away.
my neckerchief, and then I realized that she was kind of put off by the request, and I quickly pocket it, and I kind of like.
What? Do you need help with your?
Well, and to be clear, it wasn't. She didn't look so much put off by that request.
It was the sweater.
No, I get it.
Yeah, the sweater itself
It
has got
put
holes
click
in
off
it.
from the whole idea.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So then, anything else?
We're gonna walk and talk.
Okay.
Right,
All right.
before we walk out, Dahlia will lean
got
over to
liquid tongue.
Jilly and just say, "Thanks for making me feel really pretty." And then we'll just like kind of walk away very quickly, like before she even has a chance to respond.
Yeah. As you say this, she's. And you just turn and walk away. She.
Yeah. But I do my best walk. I do. A good walk.
So remind me of our outfits. It's a
Yes.
nice top of some sort with a
Yeah,
jacket.
so you have so the men have jacket, the boys have jackets.
Collared shirt.
blue double jacket. Hang on here. My thing
blue
keeps
pants
going
with yellow stripe.
right with a yellow stripe down the side. You have a silver belt, and then you have a like highly polished pointy-toed boot.
Ooh, pointy-toed.
We have pointy-toed shoes.
Black.
You're not even used to
Yes,
wearing
yes.
shoes most of the
Yeah,
time.
like inky polished black.
I am actually holding my shoes until we have to exit the sewers.
No,
and then
you
I'm gonna
should
put them
practice.
on. I hate wearing this. I'm not going to get good at it.
How else are you going to get good if you don't practice? You're going to look clumpy when
I'll
you get
be
over
the
there.
bad boy. Every group's got a bad boy.
That's true, Pat.
You're going to go in with the bad boy right away.
I'll be the bad boy.
And you're going to go sneaky sneak.
I probably need to wash my hair.
That's probably a good idea.
Can we find some water on the way?
We just kind of like
A water trough.
I'll
and
hold
just
him by
hold
his
it up and
ankles.
just-
Yeah, he's got purple hair. He needs to wash that bad boy out.
Oh yes, actually, with your purple hair, they would have already taken.
Oh, yeah.
The whole time I'm just.
the whole time there's like a bunch of kids
No, she-
behind you just scrubbing it out of your hair while you're talking.
No. Jilly put a like a blacking gel in it, and
She didn't wash out the stuff that's in it?
Nope. She just slicked it. She slicked it back with a blacking gel, and she tells you it'll wash out in a few days.
Oh, good. All right. Let's go.
I do think you should wear the shoes, though.
Yes.
It's a part of the uniform, and if you're not in it, then people might get suspicious.
No, I mean, I was going to put them on. I just don't want to wear them down in the sewers.
Oh, well, that's probably a smart idea.
We actually probably shouldn't
We
wear them down
shouldn't
in
wear
the
them in the
sewers.
sewers because they'll get dirty, right?
We're not walking in the sewers, children.
Oh, all right. Well.
And yes, we'll kerchief them off. But really, we mustn't tarry.
Oh, okay. Yes, Professor Salmon.
He smiles. Right as you get to the edge of the Beggar King's domain, though, he stops and he hands each of you a blackened piece of cloth. And he goes,
Really?
he nods.
Can I stealthily
You can try.
have a little bit under to where
Sure.
I can just look down a little bit?
Okay, sure, you can try.
Oh, we are putting them over our eyes.
Yeah, we can't know where we're going.
Because he's taking you through
Secret routes.
other entrances and
Yep.
different
Oh,
routes
I
than
thought
you've
he was
ever
just
been
being
before.
nice and giving us.
Yeah, I remember this.
No, he's instructing you to cover your eyes because you're about to see a route out that he's...
I love y'all are so innocent.
I know.
I'm right on with it. and,
Okay, all right.
So stealth, right?
Yep.
Is it going to be dark where we're going?
Or would it be sleight of hand?
Hold hands, children. I will guide you.
Okay.
Stealth or sleight of hand?
No, you're gonna roll disguised. Let me pull that up here. Hang on, make sure I have the right.
Disguise is charisma. This is more me trying to just sneakily let me look down.
Well, a lot of the stats are kind of fiddled up the way they do that.
Charismatic, though.
Go ahead and just roll d20, and let's have you add your. Let's take your wisdom and dexterity and average them out.
Current wisdom?
Uh-huh.
So that's a +1 average.
Okay.
Because I got +5 dex.
Okay.
-4 wisdom.
Okay. All right. So a plus.
It's not a smart idea
yeah
to do this.
So go ahead. +1. What was your roll?
7 total.
7.
That one?
I mean, there's that chance, but I'm certain he notices.
Yeah. You put it on. You kind of
Being yeah,
trying to be trying
I
to be.
scratch my eye.
Your eyes.
You hear a. And it gets tugged down over your eyes, and he leads you out and takes you each by the hand, or takes the first by the hand, which would be Duke, and then he walks you into the sewers. As you're walking along, it just in moments, again, your sense is assaulted. You hear the flowing of the sewers, and it is a more frightening experience now, even though you're holding one another's hands, to walk in this place blindfolded. You can't help but place your feet tentatively as you walk through the sewers. You hear the gurgling sounds next to you, and while your eyes, when they worked, still left imagination at what roiled beneath the surface, to only hear it now, the imagination runs wild, thinking about what floats past you in these waters.
I'm between Duke and Mila, and I'm just sort of silent, or not silently, but very softly saying, "The darkness protects. Remember it. You're fine. You're fine.
Her hand is like sweating profusely and a little trembly.
You're
but
fine.
She'll give it a
Darkness
little
protects.
squeeze.
You're good. Shadows keep
Light
you safe.
reveals truth.
Well, all right. If we're talking in platitudes,
That's what my mom always told me.
I'm trying to reassure you.
Well, it doesn't reassure.
As you wend your way around inside the sewers, Salmon guides you unerringly in whatever direction that he is taking you. You again.
Is there any way that I can try and remember the path?
Well,
Not that it would get me anywhere. 'Cause
Sure.
It's another entrance.
So you're certainly trying.
Like I
and
want to
you're-
count lefts and rights.
Yeah, you can count steps, and you can kind of feel when you pivot. You even tilt your head up, and in fact, if you try to work at the handkerchief with your nose, kind of wrinkling it back and forth. Nah, it's you're not getting anything that you can
I
see.
see.
But in terms of I'm gonna make a roll here.
I just want it to be known that I'm trying.
Yeah, no, I know, I get that.
Mila's tried before. I don't know if she would do it right now. I think she's too scared.
Okay, all right. Any other words being spoken? Any other conversations about your
As we're
guys, your
walking,
aliases,
yeah.
your plan?
As we're walking, Duke and Dahlia. Sorry. Blaze and Violet. What are your plans? How are you going to distract them?
I was thinking.
I have a plan.
Okay, let's vocalize the plan. Because we need to all know. I agree with Dahlia.
Well, I have my leftover wafer.
Ooh,
Yes.
I like that idea.
I do. Mm-hmm. It makes you on fire inside.
I could see.
Yes.
Will cause a scene.
So, okay, but they don't have to know I've given it to them. I could slip it into their food.
Or
And then they'll feel like they're on fire, and that will cause a big distraction.
Or you could take it, and then all the guards would be drawn to give you their attention.
I
because
don't
you would be
want
sick.
attention on me.
Yeah,
I'll
he
take
needs
it.
to.
No, I don't want attention on
No,
me.
I really like the idea of giving it to these boys.
Yes. I want to give it to
Duke?
some edgies.
No.
Oh, no, to the
edgies.
Edgies. Okay. Yeah.
Good work. You could even play it up as
Do
check
you-
out this cool thing I've got
Do you
to
have
start
any
a whole
hairy
conversation.
butt potion?
I don't think I'd have my backpack with me,
Oh,
would I?
No.
Oh,
I
no.
left
Okay.
it.
Crap.
Do we have like any sort of like?
Yeah, I mean, you got pockets. So
Yeah.
You could have something that's slender, not bulky.
Yeah.
could
So
have
I've got my
been-
thieves'
yeah.
tools with me.
Yeah, you could have had your thieves tool. Anything that you wanted to bring with you that's small enough to keep in a pocket and not show would be
Finley?
fine. They recommended that you keep Finley, but they did not take him from you. So if
She
you
would
wish
have
to take him,
tried to be like, okay, you stay right here, and I will be right back. Okay?
okay, make a roll.
If he ends up climbing back up, nat 20.
Let's go.
You feel like, I mean, he's just a rat.
Yeah.
But somehow you have formed a bond with him, and you're not really sure how.
I feel like that's the second nat 20 you've rolled.
It is.
With Finley
it
alone.
is.
Finley.
With Finley, it is.
always
With,
Finley.
I feel like
each,
this is a sign.
with each day that passes, it's as though he just takes on a better understanding, like a larger animal, like a dog, like something would be more domesticated, and yet somehow this diminutive rodent is responsive to you. When you say this, just kind of drops down on all fours, twitches its whiskers, and you see you wonder if you're imagining it, but it looks like a distinctly forlorn look in one eye.
No.
I put down some bread and cheese, make sure that there's a little, probably not a coin, but just something that I can set it on, like maybe a rock nearby. And I'll kind of get down and try to make sure that my dress doesn't touch the ground. And
I imagine we like tied them a little bit high, like
Yeah,
as we
sure,
were walking
sure,
through
sure.
the sewer.
and she'll say, "It'll only be a few hours. I promise I will be right back."
Surrender.
The Finley.
You must
it's not the rat putting a hand out.
You don't get to keep the rat.
I'll be right back, okay? And she'll give him a little pet on the head.
When the DM designs an entire adventure just to take away the player's rat. Mwahaha.
Finley, if he's not back, I'm gonna be
He's gonna come back so fat. You're gonna be back, and he's gonna be so fat.
heartbroken.
The two things that I would have snagged
Yes.
and put into my pockets
Oh, I'm
would
so
be
scared.
a couple of pieces of paper,
I can't believe I got an apple on that.
maybe some like small piece of like charcoal that I wrap in a napkin, and then Fauna gave me cloves, and I have those in the other pocket.
Nice. Very
And
nice.
the breadwinner is under my belt.
Okay.
I have it wrapped around my waist.
Does my blade fit in my pocket?
Yeah, your blade would be fine. Your mug would not. Yeah, you
Okay.
had to leave your mug. Yeah.
Kind of figured that
I'll
one.
also
I
have
get to
a
look at him
Yeah.
this way. This is nice.
blade.
We all have knives.
We're just kids who all have knives on us.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Thank you, Renred.
Thank you, Tracy. Very, very kind
Wow,
of
so
you.
you get two. Yeah.
All right, so after several twists and turns, I rolled earlier. Click, you feel pretty confident. You got a good bead and bearing on this, and if you counted right, there were 3 rights, a left, a right, and you counted steps in between each, and then you felt like there were a couple of places where you felt a draft coming from one side to the other, so you did your best to kind of make a mental map of perhaps going past passageways.
So if we were to go back into the exit we're about to come out of, I might be able to get back. To
conceivably, you feel pretty confident.
Great. We'll get lost down there, guarantee.
Dahlia also asks Professor Salmon, for the records, do you think that Von Poppen would be under V or under P?
It is customary in the surname to include the honorific, Von, but you are quite insightful. That will be secondary, because there will be many Vons in the city, so it would be Poppen, Von.
Dahlia looks to people who know more about words than she does.
Excellent question, by the way.
That is a very
Yeah.
good question.
The only thing that was playing out in my head was the nervousness of flipping
Von,
through a
Von,
filing
Von,
cabinet
Von,
and being like, Where is it?
Yeah, I like that idea, Doppler effect, next to the Understreet Rats, Kids with Knives, but I think Twitch would probably stop that title from being live.
I replied with Understreet Rats, a secured knives story. Instead of a Knives Out story.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Glass? That was so good. We'll talk about it later.
No, I haven't yet.
We'll talk about it
No,
later.
I watched
You should
the
watch it.
first.
We're getting off track.
Okay, sorry, off track.
All right.
All right, so it is none too soon that you hear a great open, and you can smell the fresh air of the city above, and soon the sounds and the sense of the sewers are left behind. As the grate closes, you find yourselves up again. You are clearly now in the noble quarter.
We're taking our blindfolds off, I imagine.
Correct, yes. You're in the noble quarter of Altamira, and you appear to have come up inside an alleyway. You see two stone structures to either side of you, a two-story to your right, a three-story to your left, and there is a wooden door, a dark wooden door off to your left. There are several barrels here in the alleyway. It's all clean. Though, and you can see up ahead, you're in shadow, but the morning light, it's getting close to midday, paints the main roadway in a bright yellow, and you can see there are carriages that go by and people traveling back and forth as Professor Salmon removes each of your blindfolds.
Are the buildings next to us named?
Well, you're in the alleyway, so you couldn't see from here anyway.
Well, once we go out, I'll be looking
Yes.
for signage.
Sure. Yes.
Can I take the cloth, please, Mr. Salmon? Mr. Professor
I was
Salmon?
going to ask the same, Professor Salmon.
Yes, children, you may, but you might want to use that on your boots first, and then you may not want to keep it after. Up to you.
And you see he takes out a cloth and does the same, wipes his
I clean my boots and
clean.
I definitely clean it after. What's wrong with the dirty cloth?
Yeah, I keep it. Why? Couldn't go wrong.
Okay. You see he with his freshly grayed temples, he taps his ash staff on the ground, and he looks at you.
One moment. Let me check.
And he scurries off to the corner, and you see he's sort of walking, a bit cautiously. But when he gets to where the center area or the light is of the roadway, he kind of stands straight and he strides out into the street and casts his gaze
really good.
about for a moment. He nods and then just sort of casually pivots and walks back into the alleyway.
When I saw him nod, I'm already tapping on them for us to move up and meet.
Yeah. So he stands just a few feet in the shadows and he motions to you.
All right, they're coming. You stay here. You'll know what to do. Just stay here.
Yes,
Yes.
Professor Salmon.
Yes, Professor Salmon.
All right.
Of course.
Good children. All right, then.
And he turns and he steps back out.
I was waiting for it to happen.
Finley down.
I'm throwing I'm trying to make sure you see him as I hold him hostage.
Oh, I
no,
love
nothing
it.
cute.
Looks like he's telling you a
He does.
So in a few moments, you see he walks out into the street, and you can see from your vantage point that there is a gray-haired, matronly-looking woman dressed in very nice clothing, and she's got a fairly hefty.
Walk straightly.
And she's got 4 children beside her, and she stops in front of Professor Salmon. You can't hear what they're saying, but you see that they're talking. The children that stand with her, as you look at them, you see there is a boy, and he's,
memorized it.
all of them are sort of regular height and build, unless stated otherwise. But he is blonde of hair, short cropped, and all of them wear crimson garments, but where you have doublés, they have short cloaks for the boys. Where you have secondary, they have a more ornate dress on the girls, and the crimson is sashed with gold. The girls do not have hats, and the brooches that they have are very ornate-looking butterflies that spread across the collar and cinch up. You see next to the blonde-haired boy, there is a taller girl with light brown hair, and even from here you can see piercing green eyes. And she has a very nice carriage, shoulders back, and she's quietly talking with a boy next to her who has black hair, and he just looks a little, even from this distance, a little more reserved in his motions, and he stands a little bit shorter than her. And then you see there is the tallest of them, a young man with a wiry build. He has black hair and kind of carries himself with a bit of a haughtiness. Even from this distance, you can see he's looking around, looks down his nose, a bit imperious. And as Professor Salmon speaks with this woman, they become a little bit more animated. You see some hand motion, and then eventually you see the woman kind of throws her hands up and slaps the sides of her legs, and she turns to her children and she says something to them, and they all kind of slump their shoulders and sigh and kind of loll their heads back and forth. And you see she heaves a heavy sigh, and Professor Salmon begins walking toward the alleyway, and she follows. And so as the children remain in the middle of the street, you see Professor Salmon approaching, and he can kind of see, he gives like a little motion like this to make sure, like he's advising you, like, stay back. He brings the woman into the alleyway, and now you can hear her voice.
I don't know what the meaning of this is, but it's quite the inconvenience, and I'm certain this is not what the headmistress would want. No, I beg to differ. Look at this child. You've never seen something like it. Poor Blaze, come here. Show her.
I come.
Look carefully.
She sighs. She leans over, and you see she's looking at something on your forehead. As she does, you see Salmon just deftly reaches up with a cloth. He holds it over her mouth as she's leaning over, and in seconds, she goes boneless in his grasp. And he supports her weight.
Can the kids see us in the alleyway? Or
No, you guys are in the shadow of the alleyway. He's in the shadow of the alleyway.
I just go, Gatso.
Don't worry, children. She's fine. But she mustn't be left here. We have a purpose for this place. She can rest safely.
And he drags her back. She's pretty hefty. Her girth.
I'll try to help. I'll get one leg.
I'll
get
push
the other.
both of them and just like help the best that I can.
He looks at. He nods.
The door, please.
I'll
And
make
he
sure
motions.
her dress doesn't drag
I open the door.
on the
All
ground.
right. You see that wooden door that I mentioned earlier. It turns, the latch opens, no issue, and it opens up into a small wooden room. You see there's a pallet of, looks like dried grass laying on the ground. He drags her over, and he lays her quite gently down on the pallet.
She'll sleep an hour, and then she'll be quite fine. But we can't leave her on the streets. Even here in the noble quarter, there are unsavory types that would take a coin and other things. So when we leave, that door will latch.
Look. And he points, and you can see there's actually a handle that can fall on this side, so it can lock, from the inside. And he ushers you each out. When he closes the door, you see he gives a firm thump on the top of the door, and you hear and the bar slams closed.
Well,
he dusts his hands off and picks his ashen staff off the wall.
I mean, for like the 6th time today.
Bravo, Professor Salmon.
it's nothing,
You're
children.
so caring to all the people who aren't feeling well. That's so kind of you.
Well, when you're in our business, Dahlia, it's good to be careful with the nobility. Getting them injured is, not wise, and can often have recriminations upon our poor pitiful gogs. So we must be careful.
She simply fainted, that's all.
Precisely. It was hot outside, and she'll barely remember that
these days.
errant professor that spoke to her.
Sorry, Professor Salmon. I believe you were speaking to Violet.
Yes, Violet. Forgive me.
Are the other children gonna be okay?
I know your age can get to you.
Yes.
What's that? Oh, that inspiration just got lost, because I don't think you were talking to me, Salmon. I think you were talking to me. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. All right, so remind me. So you're Violet,
Yep.
and
Violet
you are
Gloria.
Violet what?
Gloria.
Violet Gloria. Love that. You are
I am David Preston.
David Preston. All right.
Preston the
You
third.
are.
Eliza Simmerpots.
Eliza Simmerpots. I love it.
Simmer pots or summer
Summer
pots?
pots.
Oh,
Sorry,
summer pots. All right.
Unless we like simmer pots, I'll
mean-
change it to simmer pots.
Well, simmer pot sounds more like
Common. Yes, exactly.
okay,
Yeah,
Simmer Pots,
Simmerpots
Simmer
in the
Pots,
wrong side of
Simmer
city.
Pots,
All right, so
Simmer Pots.
Blaze.
Gloria.
pots is more
Blaze Gloria. So you're
We're gonna be
We're
siblings.
based on the red hair alone.
Gotcha.
And
like
They're
it.
two different
Jenny wanted it
heights,
to be
two
Blaze of
different
Glory.
ages.
And
Correct. All right. So after a few moments,
No, I'm older than him,
All right.
by year.
Children now.
but he's very advanced for his age. Or maybe I'm not advanced.
We don't gotta talk about it.
It's fine.
Children now.
I got
Fine.
help back. From
Everything's fine.
fighting.
Remember your form? Remember your carriage?
Walk straight.
It is, as we say, showtime. What do I do with
Yes,
my
Professor
arms?
Salmon.
Where do I put my arms?
To your side. But not stiff.
he's already walking out
Yes.
into the street.
Shoulders back.
I'm walking like
No,
this.
this is too much.
Okay, relax a little.
Head up. There you go.
David, Preston, take a deep breath in. Bring your shoulders up. Bring him down the back. Now relax. There we go.
Awfully relaxing.
All right. So Professor Salmon, he leads you out to the group of 4 children, and you can see they're staring quizzically, and some of them are looking behind him, wondering where their professor has just gone. As you approach them more closely, Professor Salmon holds out one hand.
Children, there's been a slight change of plans today. It seems your professor has, well, ill news. This is what I had to share with her. You see, her own father is very, very ill, and she's had to return to attend to him. So I will be, I am from the Grayton School, the Academy of Excellence. You know us quite well. And I'll be instructing you today, taking you with my own students to our intended destination.
Now, as we roleplay this, I'm going to have approximately the same voice for these 4 kids because I am incapable of keeping different voices for
4
of
different
children
children?
at 11 years old as a 51-year-old man.
Should we number them?
You should make it obvious to us.
No, I'll tell you who's talking each time. But if you expect me to have distinct accents, voices for each of these 4.
Salmon's in front of us, right? We're in a line
Correct,
behind him.
yes.
I lean over when I'm looking at them and I go, just a little bit.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, no.
They're just kids without an adult with them. We can bully them if we want.
It's our adult.
We're in charge now.
I hope I'm in front of you and I don't see that.
I think I'm at the very
Just
back.
do this. This is the
So,
letter G above the heart. for greatness.
as you do this, you see the tall one with the
like
dark
that.
hair that I mentioned.
Wiry one?
Yeah, he just arches a brow and shakes his head as you just get the distinct sense that he expected nothing less
Yep.
of the Graytons.
Perfect.
Really, I'm perfectly okay with taking both of these schools down a notch.
So in moments,
To our level.
in moments you are introduced to Jameis Hollander. Jameis Hollander is the first one I described with the blonde hair. And as Lord Salmon introduces him, he says,
Quite noble. His father serves on the mayor's council.
but even as he says this, the boy gives you just the snottiest look. And he looks over at I want to make sure I'm saying the correct names out. David. He looks over at David and just shakes his head, and he makes a motion with one of his fingers that you've never seen before. Duke, you know this to be among the most vulgar motion that you will see among the nobility, and it implies, something along the lines of a dalliance with one's own mother.
Oh, good.
Does
and he makes. You
Even
see
if
it,
I
but
knew
you
what
have
it
no
meant, I
idea what
wouldn't
it
take
means.
offense to it. I do what Duke's taught us, and I do which is a Grattan school.
It's the letter
symbol.
G above the heart.
That's very good.
Which Jenny came up with on the spot. and it's very good. And I want to commend it.
Then you are also introduced to Alicent Fallsong. She's got the light brown hair.
The one girl, right?
Her eyes, yes, she's
needs
got
to
the
be
beautiful
smacked.
green eyes.
We have Alice Fallsong
why?
and Eliza Summerpots.
And
The name Allison, I don't know.
and she seems
just
to
looks snotty.
She seems to take little note of you. You notice she, among all of them, doesn't take much of a reaction. Kind of averts her eyes shyly. Then the third, the one with black hair and the steady blue eyes but shorter, Parrington Godswallow.
Oh.
The fourth. Parrington
No.
Godswallow the fourth.
What's his last name?
Godswallow.
Oh my gosh.
Parrington Godswallow the fourth. And
no.
he
And you
looks,
thought Beauregard was fancy.
he looks over at
This kid
Such
needs
a
to be
bad joke
smacked.
That I want to say.
Yeah.
he looks over at his comrades and he says,
Look at this. They're bringing the trash in from the Graytons. What knaves. Have they scraped you from the streets?
Professor Salmon, are we going to allow them to talk to us like that?
Shut up, Click.
It seems, David, that
David.
there is a bit of a rivalry here, and we're all going to have to get along. Yes?
Yes.
Mila's had nothing but a pleasant smile while trying
Just
to make eye contact
smile.
with all of them and
Just
give like a
smile,
little nod
David
to each.
Preston.
Of course, the Grattons would never say anything like that.
No. No.
Parrington continues and says,
The girls, they seem to, they walk like sows and chew cud like sows. Where do they find these? These cannot be students of the academy.
They worship cows in other countries, so you know.
He points a finger. Look, she speaks of paganism. He speaks of paganism.
the fourth.
I hate all of them.
The fourth. Well, you can't. You can't.
They can't all be great.
Well, you can't hate Allison. Allison hasn't said anything yet. And then the fourth, you were introduced to is Gander Crime.
And that's the tall one, right?
He's the tall one, and this close you can
Gander
see.
Crime?
That's his name?
Gander Crime.
What a sick name.
He's an undercover kid.
That is an adult man.
He has.
That's a halfling.
His mother looked at him. I think I'm going to name him Gander Crime.
That's like
Hey, Taryn.
in movies they're like, I'm gonna
God,
name
that
my
laugh
kid
came out
Scar.
really well.
If you name your kid Gander Crime, it's like, well, he's gonna be bad.
Well, for what it's worth, it's spelled CH, but it's still pronounced crime.
Oh, okay.
And so, with that, Professor Salmon looks at you and says,
Again, children, I know there's sometimes a bit of disagreement between our noble institutions, but today is a day of learning. I ask you to be on your best manners.
Yes,
and
Professor Salmon.
Professor
follow
Salmon.
me.
We would never do anything less than that.
Never.
so he, sorry, coughing. He leads you, and as you're walking along, the children from Edgewick are steadily looking at you, and once again, it is the blonde-haired boy that looks over at you, and he looks at you, and it clicks for a moment. This Jameis, the Hollander family, Jameis had a crush on your older sister. And though never invited to the home, and they were in different schools, occasionally you would see their families at certain social events, functions common to the nobility. And your sister never paid him any mind, but the fact that he was smitten was well known. He looks over at you as you're walking.
Do I know you from somewhere? No, not possible. I would never consort with the likes of you, but... What did you say your name was?
You don't already know our names?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't make a habit of learning about the pop and ravel.
It's fine if you're uneducated. You can just say it. I'm Violet Blaze.
Violet.
Gloria.
And this is Blaze Gloria.
This is my sister. Do you know her from somewhere?
Make a persuasion roll. So roll d20, add your charisma bonus. and
wait.
you do the same.
19.
Okay. Okay. And I'm going
That's
to
a
make
14.
Oh,
And then
snap.
charisma is 13.
My charisma's 16.
my check.
Please don't be a nat 20.
You
is.
feel quite persuasive. But, I mean, your check was so good. I mean, even my nat 20 on his, sort of insight check of you does not. But he remains suspicious.
No, I'm quite sure I've seen you somewhere before.
Well,
What
of course
grade
you
are
have.
you?
We're great in academy. I'm sure you've seen us. Edgy.
He rolls his eyes. While he's talking to you, the taller boy, Gander, he walks over. He stands next to you, Mila, and he says,
You seem to be quite proper. Good breeding, I would say.
Perhaps I am.
Quit taking a gander.
Excuse me, I did not address you, young man.
he like when he says young man, it's like he's an elder speaking to a child.
Who was your father?
James? Summerpots? Have you never heard of him?
Summerpots.
Y'all are being really aggressive. Have you never heard of us? You're encouraging them to think, and it's...
James Summerpots. No, I don't think I have. What's his line of work?
He's a merchant. Very wealthy.
A merchant. Ah, the new money. I might have known. Never
Who's
mind.
your family?
You don't know the crimes.
The Crimes. Never heard of them.
My father would be the most powerful mage in the noble quarter. He is beloved of all the counselors.
Really?
Yes.
That's very interesting.
You're engaging the edgies too much.
Agreed. Far more interesting than a merchant.
Okay.
I was nothing but
Keep
kind
it-
to you,
keep
and I
it
can see that
smooth.
you cannot
Keep it-
reciprocate it, so I
keep
will
it
simply
smooth.
turn my head.
Perhaps if you would turn all the way around, it would be a better view.
Ooh.
I told you.
I hate these guys.
I told you I hate the edgies.
She does not say
Getting to
anything
be
else.
in the GM seat right now, I bet it's so fun. You just get to be the worst.
Well, so as he said this,
Butthole kids.
Violet, Allison, she does kind of just sort of fall in step beside you, and she says,
I'm sorry for them. They're not so bad, really.
Are they kind to you?
Oh, no. But that's just their manner. It's something people do when they sometimes don't feel very good about themselves.
I can agree with that.
Allison.
Let's go, Allison.
Best friend.
Team Allison for sure.
You're welcome to be with us as long as you'd like. We can keep pleasant conversation.
Well, a little bit, I suppose, but I don't want to make trouble with them. You seem like nice enough sorts, although a bit mouthy.
Sorry about that.
Told you to
Fall song?
not
Huh?
engage.
What's that?
Fall song? Where have I heard that name before?
Oh, well, my father's a banker. You've probably heard of him. We managed some of the largest financial institutions in Altamira.
That's amazing. What do you like to do?
I like horses, and
She's a horse girl.
well, I do. I have 4. And I like to play cards, although father says it's not ladylike. I enjoy it.
I could teach you a couple of games.
Mind yourself, sir.
He meant it politely. I'm sure it didn't sound that way.
David,
He's very good at
keep it smooth.
She's kind of nice looking.
what'd you say?
I said she's kind of nice looking.
You don't want to break
Every single
character.
girl you meet.
I know.
What kind of horses do you? What are their names?
I have, of my 4, I have a gelding. The gelding is Jones, and Jones is, he's a good 10 hands high. And he can run quite quickly. And then I have a chestnut roan, and she's Melly. And Melly is very sweet, big eyes. And then I have a stallion, but we haven't been able to breed him yet. And Gorham, he's got a bit of a temper to him, so you have to be careful around him. And then we have a brand new foal. And he's just a little thing. He's not any higher than my knee, and he's got the prettiest white fur, and I love him very much. But I can't ride him yet.
What's his name?
My foal, it is, I call him Ivory.
Oh.
They all sound lovely.
See, like, I have all of my stuff here. You guys asked me about the stuff I don't have. I love that. That's awesome. I love that. I love that.
John, that there's going to be a throwaway thing.
We will jump
If
over.
it's an animal, I'm going to ask.
Ask about it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair
Did you
enough.
calculate 10 hands off of the top of your head?
Yes.
Because everyone in chat is like, the horse is only 10 hands high.
She's 11, 12 years old. They give them smaller steeds.
She thinks they're horses, they're ponies.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fault her for that.
She's a pony girl, not a horse girl.
I think Dahlia would.
Who has 10 hands? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm quite. I'll be honest. I get a little nervous around horses. I think they're very beautiful, but I'm a bit too scared to interact.
Oh, that's your problem. They feel that. They sense it. When you stop talking to them.
You hear, and you see the snotty-nosed boy. He walks over. Jameis points a finger at Allison.
I've warned you. Slumming never gets you anywhere in life.
I look at him. Dahlia. Drab.
Oh.
And then I just turn away and continue about. Talking the rest of my
Did you say
life.
drab?
That's so good.
Long
That's
look
so
up to down.
effective.
Drab.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
I'll roll intimidation.
Physical
if
damage?
I get pluses on intimidation too.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
One
I'm gonna use some of my pluses.
Why are you
for
rolling?
this.
I don't know.
How many pluses do I have? Do I have 6? Can I roll this with advantage?
You can roll
Is
it with
that bad?
advantage.
Should I do that?
Okay.
Yes, absolutely you should.
Well, they won't go away at the end of this game, will they? Or at the end
What do
of
you
this
mean?
session?
What's that? No. We're going to preserve. Yes, we're going to
Okay,
preserve
I'll
everything
use
that's
it.
been given.
I'll use 2 pluses. 17 on the dice.
gosh.
And you, and you are
19
that was your higher of the.
charisma?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
and then
have
you're
+1 to intimidate in general.
you have plus
But-
one to
but-
and what's your
That's a
charisma?
20.
Yeah, that's a 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty
But
20?
what's your charisma
Oh,
modifier?
charisma's +1 as well, so 21.
All right.
Oh, wait, it would be 20 with the, because you have the
Oh,
plus 2s
yeah,
and
I
then
don't know
the
how
plus
it
1.
counts.
So
Counts.
dirty 20.
You succeed. As you say, drab. You manage. For example, you felt this occasionally when you take a berry and you just toss it and try to land it in a basket, or you throw a rock and you just know when you have thrown something true. You have that same feeling as you say the word drab, the inflection, the tone, the tilt of the head. It is artfully aimed like a dagger at a young man's ego. And you almost hear an audible thunk in him, and his face goes beet red. He starts sputtering. Drab? Did you call me drab, you trollop? What did you? And with that,
Professor Salmon.
the professor, he whips around quickly, and you see fire. And briefly, you see kind of. He almost drops his guys at hearing you called that name. He almost drops his guys, and he holds out his staff.
Oh my gosh, Dolly.
I'm so looking forward to when you get to be an adult and just can't pull this anymore.
She still won't pull it.
It'll just look different.
It'll look different.
I'm an adult.
Jameis, what did you say to her? That's a lady.
And when he says that, you see that the red face of Jameis blanches, and he steps back.
Oh, I didn't. She called me drab.
And with that, we'll end tonight's session of Blue Box. All right,
Kids.
High stakes here.
Oh my
Bratty
god. They were so
You got
mean.
2 +1s.
Let's go. So all the +1s, all the
So I'm
bits
right
given,
back to
all of that will
amazing.
carry over to the next session as they attempt to infiltrate the primary barracks inside the Noble Quarter. They're going to need all of that and more. So thank you very much to all of you. I'm going to open up the Nightbot, and we're going to kick off our giveaway. Now, when we do the giveaway, I'm going to give you 2 choices. I've already mentioned that we're going to offer the 2 Tailspire licenses, which is a $50 value. Thank you very much for following us, Friendy Monster.
Wow, look at you.
And
Just
yes, there we
collecting
go.
those.
Dahlia racking them in.
got the
Very
2 that
nice.
make
Thank
the
you
loss,
so
yeah.
much. And
Or did you just
so
get more?
I got two
if
more,
you
yeah.
if you already have Tailspire or you don't want to use a VTT, and so therefore the Tailspire piece is not good for you, then what we're going to do is we're going to give away instead one of our gorgeous, and I should show these. I haven't even shown
I'm
these
really
on screen.
struggling to call everybody by their new names.
It's rough. Blaze.
I'm gonna go.
Eliza.
All right, so I forgot to mention this.
Violet.
If you're in our Discord, you know this. We received a huge shipment. I posted on our Instagram, I think, as well,
Massive.
but I know it was in Discord. From Hey Wayne, thank you so much,
Wow.
my friend. Wow, we're close to another hype train. We received a shipment from our sponsor, Mantic Games. Mantic is based out of the UK. Martin is our contact there, and we got several box sets. We've got this one here,
Oh,
this
my
cool
goodness.
dragon mini that you will see. Let me pull that. It's a huge box dragon mini. That's it there on the
Technically a
back.
wyvern.
That's not the giveaway tonight. I'm just showing you some of the stuff
Can
that
I
we
see
got.
For upcoming stuff.
They also have these fantastic new dungeon in a box. Check out Mantic Games.
Oh my
Their
gosh.
dungeon adventure in a box.
These are so cool.
It includes the module. It includes
terrain
the
is
battle
amazing.
maps. It includes scatter terrain.
That's
It
so
includes
cool.
minis. So if you're a DM and you're looking for a game, you can go to the Mantic Games site, and with one click of the button, you can have an entire adventure in a box.
Dark Elf
We're
is
going to run a one-shot with this on Blue Box here this month. We're trying to figure out the timing. And so if you're interested in playing a one-shot on Blue Box, message me in my Discord, and we're going to get that lined up. I have a second of these we may do as well. Thank you so much, everyone. We got a level. We're working on a level 3 hype train now. You guys are awesome sauce. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tonight, though, if you don't want the Mantic or you don't want the Tailspire licenses, you can win this box set of the Dungeon Heroes. It is 4 miniature models.
You got one more.
Here you can see them on the back. 4 very cool hero minis. Now these are unpainted, so these will be more glorious unpainted plastic for you mini painters, but they're super cool and they are Dungeon Heroes. Some very cool minis. So you'll have a choice tonight of today, or I guess it is tonight, of either taking the Tailspire licenses or getting this gift from Mantic Games. Oh my goodness, Wayne, stop it! Thank you so much.
Next round.
That's incredible support. The Mad Chatters are the best. All right, so let's go ahead and in the chat, you're going to type exclamation point
Initiative, so.
giveaway.
Do you guys enter the giveaways?
Exclamation point giveaway in the chat, and that's all one word. Let me copy and paste it in there for you. Oh my goodness, guys! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
I don't
you.
know anymore.
All right, that's what you want to type in there,
I typically don't if I'm.
and
I already have a Tailspire.
absolutely fantastic. So
I don't know
you
the
have
minis,
all of that
so.
up there now. Whoops, wrong one.
I will
Let me find
say,
it.
this box is incorrectly labeled. It's not a dragon. It's a wyvern.
Wow.
Dragons have 4 legs.
Oh, that's not true at all.
Really?
No.
This is a debate.
yes?
This is a debate.
Well, it depends.
Chalamet.
No,
Take it there.
it depends on the setting.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
And I'll give you an example
Ooh,
of
Red
a dragon.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you,
Red
Red
Web.
Web.
You've
You
been
get
feeding
5?
us tonight. Oh
Hey.
my goodness.
Here's a dragon that only has 2 legs. Anybody want to tell me what that is?
Terrifying.
Really only have 2 legs?
Is it
Okay.
from
Something we don't want to face.
Something we
Is that
don't
from
wanna
Dark Sun?
face.
That is a Dark Sun dragon. In Dark Sun,
They
the
don't have
dragons
wings?
were the transformed Emperor wizards. The
Ooh,
powerful
that's a
wizards
Tolkien-like
become
thing.
they seek to become dragon kings, and so that to your point, yes, 4 legs, 2 legs. It depends on the world
setting,
and the
yeah.
setting that you're in. All that. All right, so
Very
exclamation point giveaway in the chat. Well, here's another picture of one. I like this one too
Very bird.
because they can manipulate objects, staves.
Oh, so they do have wings.
Yeah, they have wings. This one, yeah. So different styles.
I like that you had all these ready to go.
Yeah.
John really wants to play Dark Sun. I'm honestly surprised that we're not playing in Dark Sun. 'Cause
Well, we'll be appearing on Greyhawk Awakening, and we'll be playing more. I like altering settings and different things. So this comes up
just throw a
sometimes.
Spelljammer in. and
Well,
can go where you want.
I might do that, and so this is. I've mentioned this a couple of times. When
A
you
Spelljammer would be so fun.
when you play Dungeons and Dragons, and again, type exclamation point giveaway in the chat. By the way, I have a mini for this guy that is going to be painted by Art of Mike Disney.
Really?
Yes.
It's a big win.
And it's going to
W.
be absolutely incredible. So, would you guys like to see the
good.
model?
Yes.
I mean, are you kidding?
I'll show you the model.
Are you kidding?
This is a 3D print model that I picked up.
Oh, yeah.
And
Crystals at the bottom.
yeah, look at this guy.
Stone.
How
like?
how wicked,
Looks like Ripley.
freaking
Yeah.
cool is that going to be?
Yeah.
Metroid.
And you will not want to be in the game where that hits the table.
made 'em.
I assure you.
Let it not be this one.
It's funny, I did
Please,
the inverse of
let
it.
not be
Everyone's
this
like,
one. Yeah.
Okay, so while you're doing that
Fine
giveaway,
character.
I wanted to just mention this.
Oh, that's Zelda.
So there's a lot of stuff going on right now online about the OGL 1.1 and what's happening. First of all, I would just encourage everyone to take a deep breath. Either way, first of all, that's a draft release. I know there's all kinds of lawyers and pseudo lawyers online rendering opinions. I would just not worry about it too much until there's actually something that is released. Even if it is released and it is as draconian as it appeared in the quote-unquote leak draft, just rest assured D&D goes on unfettered.
It will.
There is a reason that I still play 3.5 / Pathfinder because the rule sets basically can be melded around your game and your table, and there will always be homebrew content that you can create, and our great game will never be controlled or licensed in terms of just the ability to play. Now, I realize if you're a content producer and creator, if you're a Kobold Press or a Troll Lord or others, or a Paizo, you know, those I'm not making light of that. That can be a more of a concern. But as far as the gaming goes, there will always be the games, there will always be the opportunities to play the game. But this is why I have stuck with the rule set that I have stuck with, you know, for 25 years now, because you can use the books, you can use the adventures and the modules, but the rule sets really, I think, become unrelevant at some time. Thank you very much, Friendly Monster.
We need to get do we have a command in chat for the website?
I think
get one if we don't.
do we have a command in chat for the website, Amanda? I'm not sure.
I would assume.
All right, so let's go around and let's talk about who should be Stream MVP. And the Stream MVP gets an unknown bonus in this campaign because these players are all level 0. If you're a new follower tonight, they're all like 11 years old, and they're considered classless at this time, not classless in the sense of, but they don't have official.
We ain't got no class.
they have no official class because they're playing as children. We will at some point in the campaign have a timeline transition that will move forward several years. So we're not going to literally play through years and years of them as children. And the question I often get is when, and the answer is when the time is right. A DM like a wizard
you'll know.
is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to. So let's go around and let's talk about why you should be Stream MVP, and let's go in reverse order of our intro. So that's going to start with you. Why should Duke be Stream MVP?
Well, Duke, or now Blaze Gloria, should be Stream MVP.
It's like a Fire Emblem name. It's like the vibe that is glory.
Well, because I panic under pressure. No, just kidding. So we went down to the what is that thing called?
the rat's nest.
No.
The sewers?
The sewer. I could not remember. I'm thinking dungeon. I'm like, it's not a dungeon.
I mean, it is
so
a dungeon,
much.
kind
Yeah.
of. but-
There is.
So we went into the sewer to Glottimus and, you know, talked to Glottimus and got our new adventure. Mission. Oh, yeah, mission. And I got a new do. So I got red hair now.
It's a good look.
Yeah.
It's a good look. It's a good
You know, and I'm teaching them the art of how to be pretentious.
I like that you're teaching us that, and also gang signs.
Silent signs to one-up the edgies. So I'm now in my neck of the woods trying to get them up to my level.
All right.
And that's why I should be
like
struck.
All right, very good. So you will now, if you see your name appear in the chat as having won, you have not won yet. We will roll off for this. You will be rolling for Keith. Roger is up.
Hey!
Yes. All right, let's go then. Let's see. So third was Dahlia. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Drab.
I mean,
That was so
that
good.
hit hard.
Yeah,
It did.
That hit hard.
It hit me.
Yeah.
You should have seen my face.
It do
was
be being
wild.
like that. Yeah, I think Dahlia got to start off the episode by doing some medicine, trying it out, having a good time doing that. Met with success after a lovely trip to go see Fauna. Oh gosh, what else did we do this episode? A lot of chatting.
it was a lot
Lots
of
of
time.
chatting.
Yeah, got to try on a new persona. Never worn a dress before. Tried that out. It's doing okay so far, even though she got called Sow already. But it's fine. We roll with the punches. But yeah, some sick disses to kids who deserve it. It's fun to bully
They do deserve
bad
it.
children who are also. Somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
Well said. Okay, you
pig.
will be rolling for 491 Phantom.
All right.
All subs.
One of
thus
the two ghosts we have in our chat.
Yes.
far? That's right.
phantoms.
All right, and let's go to. I thought no, you
No,
were
I was-
second.
I was first.
You were first.
You were
Okay,
first.
all right.
Me. Mila has felt a lot this session. She has put on a very brave face in the face of many things that typically scare her, such as the dark, which traditional fear for all of us. She,
Never had to worry about it.
well, you don't
What's-
know why she's
what's
scared of the
dark?
dark.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but hey, no, I love it. It's all hey, yeah,
Twilight
character
Woods
stuff.
gets pretty dark.
It does. What was I saying? They, supportive of her friends. She, she took off her sweater, and that's a big deal to her. She's feeling a little lost without it. And she had to put Finley down. She had to leave Finley. And on a
in a
naturally-
literal sense, not in a
No,
yeah.
no.
Like she's not like
I
put him down.
placed him on the
would
ground.
never.
I placed him on the ground, and I said, "My sweet, sweet darling boy, I must leave. Please stay for a moment."
And he did.
And I had to let him go after an at 20.
he did.
And she's really, really putting on a brave face to try and be mean to people. She wasn't really mean. She was just trying to not be offended by
No, you just kind
mean
of turned
kids.
away.
Yeah, because he was mean. I said that his father was cool and that's neat, because magic. And he said that I was
Cooler
sucked.
than your dad.
Yeah, and that's just mean. Anyways, she's feeling a lot.
Yeah, and she did all quite well. And so you tonight will be rolling for Lyric Kingra,
Nice.
our friend all the way from Iceland.
Name.
Congrats. And our Icelanders have won quite a bit. We
Really?
just Blue Box in the last couple of months we've shipped out to Iceland. Of course, a lot to Canada happens. Also one to Serbia that went out.
Pocketbooks are,
Well, not
books are
yet.
feeling great.
It-
huh?
it will be going
yeah,
out.
it goes out. And then,
Serbia.
that was part of the Richard Baker giveaway. And so we're going to give all that out. All right, let's go to you. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Click should be Stream MVP because he taught the party why his name's Click. Gave a little bit of backstory on him and honestly just being I enjoy D&D because I get to play characters, and Click is a fun character to play. I get to be very specific with it, and I get to just be proud and way too confident in myself and he is skilled, but he uses his skills in the right way, like when we were underground and he was tracking where we were going, or doing succeeding as much as he can in the right ways, and trying to lead the group as much as possible. We're going into a new job, so these two have these skills, these two have other skills. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's plan, and reassuring our dark blind fellow party members, as I like to call them.
Our dark blind.
Yes,
We're human.
I'm just regular vision is what I have. I mean, I don't. You just can't see in the dark. It's just kind of lame.
Sorry, we don't have eyes that
I'm
refract.
assuring them that as long as I'm not afraid, you shouldn't be either, because there's nothing in the dark that can get you as long as I'm there to keep you safe. Is what I was trying to impart. It might have not. It was definitely not said the right
Definitely
way.
was not said that way.
Because
middle schoolers
but
are,
that's
though.
but that's Click to a T, and Click being a brat to these kids and having fun doing it, and hitting on every girl and
Every single one.
and talking to the little boy for helping him.
That
and,
was so
Yes.
a cute,
So
a
good.
cute
It
little
was
moment
so
with
good.
them.
Yes,
so.
yes. till you threatened his girl.
Yeah.
Randall should be
Back off.
MVP.
Yeah.
I'm starting a coup. It's an uprising.
Thank you for not calling him Randy. All right, so you will be rolling for Construction 360.
Audio wise.
I know, yeah, it worked really well.
I did. Every once in a while it works out. All right, so the poll is up. In the upper right-hand corner of your Twitch stream, you can choose which one of these amazing players
Vote
you would like
for
to vote
Blaze.
for. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll
Disagree.
off to see who has won. Go ahead, start us off, Duke.
Oh, I am voting for Keith, or rolling for Keith.
You're voting for Click? Is that what you said?
No, rolling for Keith. All right. I like big die, and I can't
Wait, hang on.
lie.
Let's go ahead and let's let them see the rolls live. I think I have this battle.
I
cam
rolled
up.
pretty well with this.
Wait, hang on here. Let me
this
stop
die
it. Let me
is
start it. Properties.
from Mike.
Deactivate. And
Part of my Christmas
Reactivate.
presents from Secret Santa.
is it gonna work? Oh, it's gonna argue with me today. We'll do that later. We won't worry
All
about it now.
right, so I'm rolling.
It's our pleasure, Mike.
17.
Absolutely, Mike.
Oh.
There you go, Keith.
Why you gotta roll so good when it
Mike,
doesn't
Why
thank
you
you
gotta
for all
roll
your support
so
today, my
good?
friend.
Why you gotta roll so good when
So
it
what
doesn't
was your
matter
roll?
for the game?
17.
A 17.
That's a pretty good roll. Let's hold that lead. Don't roll good.
And thank you to Mike and everyone else in chat tonight for all the incredible support. You guys were fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Do I roll it now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm going to roll it now.
Who you
That
rolling
was a
for?
13. That was
All right, Keith.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Sorry, Phantom.
Okay.
All right.
16. All
I
right.
Oh, so
Come on,
close.
Keith.
Who did you have?
I don't believe he's.
I like
sub?
big
Yeah.
die, and I
I
cannot
had
lie. Let's go.
Construction.
Construction
Are
360.
they a sub?
Construction 360 is not a sub.
So one dice.
One dice.
Make it count. A
And with the one die, you have made a tie. All right, here we go. Yes.
Roll.
Come on, big die.
We're going to roll again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we
3,
go.
2, 1.
Oh, and not 20 for
Yeah.
Is that
Hey,
Keith.
hey, hey,
Congrats.
hey, hey.
What is going on?
We're vibing.
You're vibing.
All right,
okay.
so while you're thank you so much. All right, so we do have I brought it up here a moment ago. If you didn't see it, we have another announcement I forgot to make earlier. Very special. This will be our third annual 24-hour Greyhawk mega stream, or fourth. I think it's our fourth time we've done this. I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. This will be my third. I think Jay did it one more time. Anyway, so it's our mega stream event. It's a fundraiser for St. Jude, a fantastic charity. It will be on February 17th through the 19th, and you can see all the participants there. Jay and I will be taking some of the main slots in the evenings. We have lots of great streamers that will participate. If you're wondering, by the way, the vote is still up. It's closed. Still time for you to vote. We have raised over $30,000 for St. Jude's through these streams the last 2 years. Last year, over $23,000 last year alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
We here in this room across 2 streams raised over $8,000 last year.
Yeah.
For St. Jude, and so this is the most generous community in D&D, hands down.
I won.
I know it is. And Click is our stream MVP. Congratulations, Click.
2 wins for you now?
I think we'll have to tally it up
Yeah.
at some point, but versus your 9.
I know.
Yeah.
I think we all at least have one though, right?
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I?
100%.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
definitely
you
have one. Yeah.
You definitely have one.
Yeah.
Y'all need to vote for
So
Duke.
please mark it down to be present with us for that big stream.
I'm fairly sure it's the one
Keith,
where I
did you
burned your
tell us?
cat.
Do you want the Tailspire
What?
licenses,
I'm pretty sure the one you
or
want
do
is
you
where I
want
burned your cat.
the minis from Mantic? Just let us know
a
which
long
you
time ago.
prefer. And as we get ready to go ahead, we're going to raid, and I think I know where we're going to raid. Just hang on one second. All right, he wants the minis. Very good. We'll make sure we get those minis out to you, my friend.
Yes, he put a lot of pressure on me, saying I needed to win because he likes to paint minis.
Any final words that any of my players have for our amazing chat tonight?
I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please come back. We miss you every single moment that you are gone.
She's right.
It's
That's
true.
simply the-
I love
simply the-
I love it. I love you. I
We're
love
excited
this.
for next week.
Yeah, well, so next week we'll be off.
Nope.
Next week we'll be off.
We're excited to think about
the
2 weeks from now.
the 22nd, and then we'll get started with our regular weekly games. And so you'll get your dose of TOA and the Understreet Rats.
We'll be at
and-
Les Miserables next week.
Yeah, so be a lot of fun. I want to say thank you again one more time to the amazing chatters. Also remind you one more time, Tuesday night, Greyhawk Awakening, fantastic game with the crew there. Wednesday night, we have
Gonna be incredible.
Anslin from the Dollar Store DM, who will be joining us on Wednesday night. Be a fantastic chat, and please make sure you're with us for those streams. We're going to have a good time. And as always here at Blue Box, deepest thank yous to all of you for all the support you give us, for being our friends, for the chattery that you have in Discord. By the way, I don't just say it, it's not an effort to inflate our Discord numbers. Our Discord numbers mean nothing to us financially. It's just the community grows. And when you're part of the Discord, you get to interact with some really cool people. We have a D&D chat channel that's really taken off over the past several months.
Talk about your campaigns. I saw someone in the chat was talking about their character, a druid.
and it was really
Go
cool.
tell some people about it.
Yeah, and like there's
Troubleshoot problems with other
troubleshoot
people.
problems. There's session note locations to catch up on the campaigns. There's a mini painting and
Great stuff.
terrain
There's
channel.
Friday Night Crusades.
You can see we
Are
got
you kidding?
Friday Night Crusades every Friday, run by Phantom NJ, DM Robert, who's a fantastic
Incredible.
DM running castles. There's just all kinds of fun stuff, and that's in our Discord. So as we get ready to raid tonight, we do have one question for you here tonight at Blue Box. If you've watched tonight's stream and you're not a follower, or if you're a follower but you have not yet subscribed, even though Amazon lets you do that for free if you have a Prime account, or if you're a subscriber and your sub has expired, no, say it's not so, or if you're not in our Discord, we have one question for you tonight. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub, and we're gonna raid into, see if he's still up.
Someone.
No, I know where. I just want to make sure he's still up.
Someone. Anyone.
My good friend John, John Demon Gun. He's actually a creator of all kinds of cool stuff in Tailspire. I don't know what he's doing
Some of
right
the
now.
best stuff in Tailspire.
I don't know. He may be creating or John has a really small channel. Just pop in and say hi to him. You'll make his day. Tell him hello from Blue Box. And with that said, everybody have a happy Sunday. Rip Steelers playoff hopes. And we'll see everybody on Tuesday night.
Go Bills.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, go Bills.
Go Bills.
And we are 5, 4, 3, 2,
They're not even gonna get to see the countdown for the most part.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
But the VOD will see it.
Yeah, they will. That's for you, Vaughn.
That's for you, VOD.
We're always looking out for you.